This is the Buzz Adams Morning Show podcast. Barstool Talk Daily. Except it's really early in the morning and no booze. For the most part.
Here comes the buzz, do-do-do-do. The morning show is on now, and it's alright.
From the KLAQ studios in beautiful sunny El Paso, Texas. It's time for the Buzz Adams Morning Show.
You rock me like a hurricane.
I know I do.
On 95.5 KLAQ.
Thank you so much. Good morning. Welcome, everybody, to the show for this Wednesday morning. A lot of overnight rain, so we'll get to the weather, but just be aware as you're headed out. Some parts of El Paso got a lot of rain last night, and you'll want to take that into account as you're getting to work. Joanna Barba is back. Good morning, Joanna.
Hi, good morning.
Did you get rain in central part of town, Joanna, in the Northeast?
Yes, we did.
Mm-hmm.
My street usually becomes a river.
And did it?
It did.
All right. Let's go ahead and do the golfers forecast. Not just for golfers, however. Let's find out if we have any more rain coming up in the forecast. Partly cloudy today. That rain from yesterday and overnight is going to cool things off. It looks like 96 for the high temperature today. So shy of triple digits. No rain to speak of today, but then tomorrow it looks like we've got another block of rain coming into the forecast late on Thursday afternoon and evening. Otherwise, Thursday, mostly sunny. It's going to warm back up. 102 is going to be the high temperature. For the weekend, we're seeing a lot of sunny skies during the day. Maybe a chance of rain overnight Friday into Saturday, but during the day, a lot of sunshine and back up triple digits all weekend long. Golfers forecast brought to you by Painted Dunes Desert Golf Course. You can set up all your tee times and reservations online at painteddunes.com. That's painteddunes.com. Or by calling the Pro Shop. Their number is 915-821-2122 for Painted Dunes Desert Golf Course. The Dallas Cowboys preseason is underway. They lost their first preseason game against the Rams, but they're going to be back at it and on the road in Las Vegas to take on the Raiders this Saturday. Our broadcast starts with the Dallas Cowboys pregame show this Saturday at 7 o'clock. And the regular season gets underway Sunday, September the 8th. Dallas Cowboys football on the Q is brought to you by Miller Lite, the only beer of the Dallas Cowboys, 915 Tours, and Border City Ale House, the home of the 600 ESPN El Paso Monday night football watch parties. So, Cowboys on the air Saturday. There won't be a Saturday Loudwire Nights because of the Cowboys game. All right. Good morning, Joanna.
Good morning.
Joanna, why don't you give us a preview of what's coming up? You're going to have a Hollywood Cheese May report in just about an hour. So why don't you tell us what's coming up in that?
We have a Zaddy alert.
Thank you.
ABC has revealed the 24 men for the Golden Bachelorette, which is set to premiere next month. And I've got audio for you. And I want you to tell me if these men sound like they're in their 60s and 70s.
Just from the sound of their voice?
Just from the sound of their voice.
And it's not the lady that married the Golden Bachelor and then they got divorced like a month later.
No, I guess they do the runner-up for the next season. Is that what they do?
I'm not the expert on the Gold Bachelor, but it seems like on the regular Bachelor and Bachelorette, that's the way it works.
I think she was the runner-up. The second option, Joan Vassos. She is looking for love, and 24 men are hoping to win her heart.
And they're all at least, 60 something?
something to 70 something.
All right.
Zaddies.
we'll get the update on that coming up. You remember the controversy during the Olympics over the Algerian boxer who people were claiming was a man?
Yes.
That boxer went on to win the gold medal in Paris and is now filing a lawsuit for cyberbullying against some people who I think you probably recognize their names.
Okay.
Elon Musk and his company X.
Ooh.
J.K. Rowling, the Harry Potter author, and Donald Trump. So Iman Khalif, gold medalist in Paris, has filed a suit against Twitter, or X, if you will. They're going for people who posted hateful messages about her. That includes J.K. Rowling, Elon Musk, and possibly Donald Trump. Yeah, I don't know if this is can go anywhere,
Right.
because freedom of speech, people are allowed to say things even if it's not true. But that Algerian boxer has filed a lawsuit against some of those well-known people that had negative things to say about her. All right.
Mm-hmm.
TV. Let's get a look at what's on TV tonight, okay?
All righty.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? That's my Slumdog Millionaire impersonation.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what you were doing.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Tonight, Zach Braff and Donald Faison are in the hot seat, along with Ike and Alan Barinholtz. So I guess they have celebrities play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire now?
Yes, I've seen it.
Okay.
Well, I've seen clips of it.
Do you like it?
It looks pretty funny, yeah.
America's Got Talent continues tonight. It's the quarterfinals. You get the results for the quarterfinals tonight on NBC. Over on Apple TV, if you've got that, series premiere of Bad Monkey. Vince Vaughn plays an ex-cop trying to get reinstated by investigating a murder. So that is Vince Vaughn and Bad Monkey. Vince Vaughn just got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
He did, yeah.
Yeah. We're going to have the Ghost Song of the Day at some point during the show today. And what we'll do during the morning show at least twice is we'll tell you what hour to be listening for that Ghost Song of the Day. We will tell you what song it is, and we'll play a little bit of it for you just so you're sure to recognize it. Every weekday during the month of August, we're playing a Ghost Song of the Day, and we get a daily winner every day. When you hear that Ghost Song of the Day, be caller number 13, and you will win the Ghost movie soundtrack right here, right now. But that's just the preliminary prize because of all the daily winners. At the end of August, we're going to draw one, and I think the odds are about 1 out of 20, 1 out of 22.
No.
You could win an autographed Phantom and guitar. It's autographed by Tobias Forge. I mean, it wouldn't really be that great if it was signed by one of the faceless, nameless ghouls,
It's
right?
just signed, nameless ghoul.
No, it's signed by Tobias Forge. And the guitar and the case it comes in are an over $2,000 valued without the autograph. But what a great piece of rock memorabilia,
For sure.
especially if somebody out there is as big a Ghost fan as Joanna is. In the 7 o'clock hour, about an hour from now, we'll tell you. We'll let you in on what the song is going to be. And then it's your job to be listening throughout the rest of the day. All right, Joanna, anything else going on that you think we need to talk about?
Not really.
Well,
What I missed yesterday?
Yesterday? Well,
Yeah.
Alberto was in.
Alberto was in.
I hope
Thank you
you're
so
feeling
much.
I hope you're feeling better.
I'm a little better, yeah.
Hey, what do you think's going on with that thing that I showed you before the show started?
I don't know, but you should get that checked.
Do you want to describe what it is?
I don't.
It looks like I got chicken pox.
It does. Have you ever had the chicken pox?
I had them in third grade. I
But-
had measles the year after that.
Oh, man.
So I've already had chicken pox and the measles.
Scarlet fever?
It could be scarlet fever. I've got red dots.
Buzz comes in before the show and he's like, hey, I want to show you something, but I have to lift up my shirt.
Because HR, right? I want to make
Exactly.
sure
Thank you for
everything.
the warning. And I thought, oh my God, this dude got a tramp stamp. It was not a tramp stamp. It's little red marks.
Little? You know what? But they don't itch. Did you ever have chicken pox?
No, I
They had
didn't.
that vaccine for it by
Yep,
the time you
I got
were
the
alive?
vaccine. By the time I
see,
was alive.
when I was a kid, you just got it.
Uh-huh.
That was just
and
one of
everybody
those
got
things.
it, right?
Yeah.
It was a thing.
They used to have chicken pox parties.
Dang. That's so weird.
not when they didn't when I was a kid, but they had a Simpsons episode in the early 90s. So
we got to narrow down, like, did you eat something out of the ordinary?
I've never had an allergic reaction to food that caused me to break out in polka dots. Because that's what
It looks like polka dots. Yeah, little red polka dots.
You know, my mom's visiting, and she said, have you had your shingles vaccine? And I haven't, but from my understanding, shingles would be really painful and itching like crazy, and it's not doing any of that. So here's a preview of Loudwire Nights tonight. Special guest, we've got Jason Hook of the band Flatback. They've got a new album out, so we're going to be talking to special guest Jason Hook of Flatback. In the 8 o'clock hour, we still got that Pearl Jam flyaway contest, so listen for the Pearl Jam code word so you could win the trip in the 8 p.m. hour of Loudwire Nights. Mission Metallica tonight. Here's something for Metallica fans, and Justice for All and Hardwired are going to be in there. So that's 7 to midnight. Weeknights on 95.5 KLAQ. It's Loudwire Nights. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We've got Today in Sound Clips on the way. Coming up in just a few minutes.
The Daily Calendar.
Hey, today is August 14th. It is Love Your Bookshop Day. Do it quick.
Don't know how long they'll be around.
It's Tattoo Removal Day. If you have a tattoo of a book, you might want to think about it. Bzz. It is World Lizard Day.
Some of them can lick their own eyes.
Jeez, I want to.
Party with reptiles.
And it's World Calligraphy Day for all you fancy people with your fancy handwriting.
And that there is your daily calendar.
While you're working away, we're working for you. Our job.
For a limited time, what are you waiting for, El Paso? Get Bossed. Boss Tenders, Dogs, and Custard.
Broadcasting from El Paso for El Paso. The Buzz Adams Morning Show on 95.5 KLAQ.
We're going to get to Today in Sound Clips. We've got all that standing by. Nico, I know you're interested in stuff like this. Have you heard about the 4,000-year-old Babylonian tablets that have a lot of predictions of the future on them? They're just discovered.
Yes. So I think they had used some AI and some other newer technology to decipher this new tablet. I believe even one of the archaeologists isn't even an archaeologist. Is like a hobby for him.
So from 2,000 years before the time of Christ, somebody saw the need to put down on a tablet predictions about horrible disasters that were in the future. So
You will elect a reality star.
I don't know if it gets that specific or not, but a lot of stuff about swarms of locusts and things, things like that.
Joanna, you know what's crazy about this?
What's that?
Is that okay, so Cleopatra, this would have been 2,000 years before Cleopatra.
Oh, wow.
Right. So they would have been as ancient to Cleopatra as Cleopatra is to us. Well, I'll talk about that coming up. But I want to let you know before we get into Today in Sound Clips, we're going to have a dining deal, and it's going to go live this Friday at 10 a.m. The dining deal is something KLAQ does with seizethedeal.com, and hopefully every week, we give you a chance to get $50 of food for only $25. But this time around, it's food and entertainment because our dining deal this week is Clicks Billiards.
Hey.
Oh, wow.
1201 Airway, right next to the comedy store. The comic strip.
Yeah, the comic strip right at that shopping center. So actually, before I even started stand-up, I would go to Clicks to write and hang out all the time. And they used to have a deal pre-pandemic where if you worked at the comic strip, we usually got free pool at Clicks.
Free pool?
Yeah. And then they got free shows at the comic strip, the people that worked there.
Ah.
But it's new management now. It's new deals.
For 40 years, KLAQ Billiards has offered a full sports bar experience with delicious food, fun pub games, and multiple TVs and a lot of pool tables.
A ton of great pool tables. You've got darts. If you're into poker, they have weekly poker tournaments.
So your $50 can be used for food or games or entertainment, whatever you want to use it for at KLAQ. So that's Friday at 10 a.m. Take advantage of this dining deal this week. Go to KLAQ.com and click Dining Deals to find out more, or the Dining Deals button on the KLAQ mobile app. And yes, you were going to say?
I was going to say KLAQ has a really special place in my heart. So I encourage everybody to take care of the dining deal. And I've met some really interesting people at KLAQ. And so have you ever heard of, it's like the Cheers. It's like my Cheers. Like it had regulars, like flies that would go there, like older guys.
Would you be like Norm walking in?
Kind of.
Nico!
Yeah. Yeah,
cool.
And then the older guys would have great stories. They're all dead now, but it was great times.
Oh my God.
Yeah, good
It's a
times.
ringing endorsement, though. The regulars are dead.
Well,
And
bar
now,
flies.
today in Sound Clips.
All of the day's news with accompanying sound bites and news actualities. This is Today in Sound Clips. We talked about the Olympic gold medalist, the female boxer from Algeria, filing suit against X. Had you heard about that?
No. No, what's going on?
For cyberbullying. And she accuses Elon Musk and J.K. Rowling of cyberbullying her. But this is a different lawsuit, but it also involves X. The UAW, the United Auto Workers.
Well, it involves X chromosomes, too.
Files labor charges against Trump and Musk after their conversation on X. The action filed by the United Auto Workers against Tesla, Elon Musk, and Donald Trump stems from a comment Trump made during his conversation with Musk on X, where he supported the idea of firing striking workers. Is that a violation of the law? Just to say something about, hey, if workers go on strike, you ought to just fire them, because I've heard people say that before. In fact, that's what they did during the air traffic controller strikes of the 1980s.
I know there are things, there are labor laws. Now, I'm not a labor lawyer, but I think there's something about collusion and I don't know. I think it might be illegal, though.
Let's hear a little bit of the audio.
I mean, I look at what you do. You walk in and you just say, you want to quit? They go on strike. I won't mention the name of the company, but they go on strike and you say, that's okay. You're all gone. You're all gone. So every one of you is gone. And you are the greatest. You would be very good. Oh, you would love it.
It's almost like two billionaires sitting around and having a chuckle over poor people or the middle class, the plight of the middle class losing their jobs.
So even several Trump surrogates posted to X yesterday saying that while they still support him, they found that a particularly disgusting comment because in 2016, a big coalition of Trump supporters were unionized labor workers, blue-collar workers. Like he appealed to blue-collar workers.
UAW President Sean Fain said in a statement, quote, "It's disgusting, illegal, and totally predictable from these two clowns." The AFL-CIO posted about the comments on X saying, "Scab recognize scab."
Well, and the AFL, the CEO, I'm not sure if they've endorsed Kamala Harris yet, but again, I think
they were set to endorse Biden, is my understanding.
But he's not running.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
But you would presume that if they were going to endorse Biden, they're probably going to throw their endorsement to Harris.
The AFL, I'm not even sure they were ready to endorse Biden yet because their
guy went to the Republican convention.
Yeah. Exactly.
There was a win in the Democratic primary in Minnesota for a squad member, Ilhan Omar, in Minnesota. After the Associated Press projected her to win the Democratic primary for re-election, Representative Ilhan Omar was asked by a reporter, what she thought the margin of victory in her race meant.
It says we were severely victorious and that we have a mandate.
All right. She only won by 2,500 votes 2 years ago, but the reporting from Associated Press yesterday had Ilhan Omar leading Don Samuels by a margin of 56% to 42%.
Oh.
So Omar said about her opponent, Don Samuels, that she hopes he reflects on his behavior and the derogatory campaign that he ran.
The only message I have for my opponent is that I hope he reflects on the divisive, disturbing, and derogatory campaign he ran.
Look, I actually don't really support, I would be happier if there was no squad, or them, or their policies where they're talking about.
I think the squad is a distraction.
Right. Whatever they talk about is not general election speak, and it's not even policies that
it's kind of the populism of the left. Would that be a fair thing to say?
I would agree with that.
The way there's a Marjorie Taylor Greene. Now, I'm not saying that I think
there's not really equivocation.
There's not really a direct line comparison between Marjorie Taylor Greene and any serious adult person, but
they are a distraction for the Democratic Party, isn't it?
Her opponent in the primaries, Don Samuels, said that Ilhan Omar takes things too personally.
I think Ilhan Omar tends to take things personally, and she experiences tough questions as abuse, and she experiences competition as a personal offense.
This is just the primary?
Yeah, this was her Democratic opponent. Two other members of the squad, Representative Jamal Bowman of New York and Representative Cori Bush of Missouri, were both defeated in their Democratic primaries, guaranteeing a diminished version of the squad next year. Maybe Veronica Escobar finally moves up into the A-team. She becomes a starter after all. In Wisconsin last night, the ballot was set for the Senate race when businessman Eric Hovde won the Republican primary, putting him on the November ballot against Democrat Senator Tammy Baldwin in a closely watched battleground race. Other election news of note last night, former Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner was chosen to succeed the late Sheila Jackson Lee as the Democratic nominee for Lee's House seat. Lee, who died last month of pancreatic cancer, had already won the Democratic nomination for a 16th term before her death. So Turner was chosen by local Democrat precinct chairs during a meeting yesterday in Houston. All right. Joanna's going to handle the news about the Golden Bachelorette, so I'll leave that one alone.
Yes.
I got a couple other.
Oh my God, Joanna, I just started watching MILF Manor. Do you know the premise for this?
Is it that a bunch of MILFs go to a manor and then they're like, oh, we're going to find love, and it's everybody else's sons?
Yes. And they have to.
All the young men are the sons of the MILFs.
And then the sons come out and they're all like, Joey, what are you doing here?
And
Mom?
then they have to room with each other.
The mom and the son?
Yes.
Awkward.
And then they compete for sweet time. So you could watch your son or your mom go into a suite with another young dude.
So weird.
Mother.
But then, Joanna, they have a second season.
Oh my God.
In this season, you have 8 moms.
Okay.
Their 8 sons. And then the 8 fathers.
The fathers come in too?
To compete with the sons, against the sons.
For the old ladies?
For the old ladies.
Oh my God.
Well, here's a story about somebody finding a decades-old message in a bottle.
No.
I was going to bring this story up to you, and I thought you were going to call me
It wasn't in the prep yet.
a slur.
Well, it's in the prep today. So. A woman in Florida was hoping to clean up after Hurricane Debbie when she found a message in a bottle. It turned out to be from 1945. It's not a love note, It's a note written from a friend to a friend, and it's on official U.S. Navy letterhead. Historians are interested in it and are trying to track down more information. Here is the Florida woman, Suzanne Flamant Smith, talking about finding the note in a bottle.
I like to pick up trash. I like to make myself useful. In like my third bag, I noticed a glass bottle and you could see the note. And I went to grab it. I was like, oh my goodness, I think I just found a message in a bottle. Dear Lee, received your letter yesterday. Was glad to hear from you. If you do good things happen. There's a sense of excitement and also like a story that hopefully we can find its home and bring it to its place.
Okay, I got a question. Messages in a bottle seem like they're going to have if they're to a certain person, it's going to be astronomical that your message in a bottle gets to the right person.
That's the worst form of communication ever.
Message in a bottle is you're on a deserted island and it's the only.
And you just want anybody to get it.
Right. How do you throw a bottle into the ocean and say,
and then I'm going to be like,
finds
and
my buddy.
Here goes to Nico.
Yeah. I need him to let Buzz know I'm late. Throw it in the ocean.
Throw it in the Rio Grande.
I hope Buzz finds this.
We've got a road rage story here, and then we've got, it's kind of a road rage story. A couple, I suppose. A driver out of Philadelphia opened fire on a woman and her young nephew during a road rage incident. The man is accused of shooting over a dozen rounds at the woman and her nephew. Here's Deputy Police Chief Joseph Hagen of Philadelphia talking about what happened.
There was an accident right prior to him shooting. From the damage on both vehicles, we're able to show that his driver's side did hit her passenger side of the vehicle. Her being killed within inches. The one shot went right through the windshield, and multiple other shots went through the front of the car into the car compartment, like the engine area.
This involves the road, and it sounds like there's a lot of rage brewing in our next story. A San Francisco neighborhood has been dealing with loud disturbances that go on all night from driverless Waymo cars getting confused and honking at each other in a parking lot. So the driverless cars are in a parking lot together.
F you.
Right. And they're having road rage against each other without a driver in either one of the cars.
That's hilarious.
People in the neighborhood say that it lasts all night long and it's just a continuous loop of unmanned cars honking at other unmanned cars.
So I was like, where's that coming from? I looked down and I was like, I think it's coming from the Waymo cars. Then it happened again and again. And I started thinking, well, this is an issue.
Over the past 2 weeks, I've been woken up more times overnight than I have combined over 20 years. I could not be more cranky today after these past 2 weeks. It affects the way you feel.
And a school district in Tennessee is getting some parents and students upset after canceling all field trips due to low test scores. There's one parent speaking about the decision.
I feel like they learn more from the field trips because they're having fun. It's from Warner Speakman. Fayette County Public Schools field trips canceled. Due to low test scores, Dr. Hamlet has canceled all field trips. They don't have teachers to teach the kids. So how are they going to have higher test scores when half of them, they went a whole year last year, like without a math teacher?
This is a throwback story, but since it's Wednesday, we can call it a way back Wednesday story. I just stumbled across this audio and thought that you would enjoy hearing it. The world record for the tallest donkey is held by a Texas donkey named Romulus. The donkey is 17 hands. So if
sounds like a lot of hands.
If you don't know how to translate hands into feet and inches, I'll tell you, it's 5 feet 8 inches. The tallest donkey.
Wow.
Here is the proud owner of Romulus, the 5'8" donkey, Kara Barker Yallett, talking about her giant ass.
The veterinarian came out. She did 3 separate measurements and came out 17 hands each time. I have the world's biggest ass, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. I'd be more than happy to take corporate sponsorships. You know, anybody who wants to have the biggest jackass in the world endorse their product. There he is.
If you can't get the donkey, though, Nico is still available. He will endorse your products.
You know what? Right? I was going to call you the biggest jackass in the world. You can't just use this moment to jujitsu me.
Yeah.
Boys.
Of course, it is What the Hell Wednesday.
What the hell?
So let me just get right into it. What the hell? Wednesday. What the hell? What the hell? Wednesday.
This is Back to Work Wednesday. On Wednesdays only.
Woo!
Wednesday.
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 Hump it.
Hump Day.
Hey, this is Daniel Paulus. I'll be along starting at 3 with everything from Ozzy to...
Drowning Pool, ages 21 and over. See Speaking Rock's Facebook for more info.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Inderman Personal Injury Lawyers.
At gvilaw.com.
Thanks for joining us this Wednesday, everybody. Joanna's going to have the Hollywood Cheesemate coming up in about 15 minutes. We're going to tell you about the August Ghost Song of the Day. We'll do that a couple of times this morning. Your chance to win an autographed guitar by Ghost frontman Papa Emeritus himself, Tobias Forge. Here's something.
Wait, hold on. Before you move into what you're going to do, can I bring up something that I encountered this weekend? And I think it's really important to talk about, right?
Oh, are you okay?
Inflation is going to, it's been hitting us everywhere, right?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But I have never seen it hit the plant industry so much.
The plant industry?
Did you go to a nursery?
I went to a nursery. I took me and Jack went to Home Depot nursery on Sunday.
You take your dog with you?
Yeah.
To Home Depot?
Yeah.
Your little lap dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you carry it around in a basket?
I don't. My dad makes him get in the basket, but I let him walk around.
Oh, cute.
You know,
you see lots of dogs around.
They make purses that can carry a dog.
Oh, he wouldn't fit in the purse. I would need a Birkin.
You're terrible, bud.
Yeah. Did you notice he didn't say, I don't carry a purse? He's just like,
I would need a Birkin. Yeah.
And a Merkin.
Now explain that.
No, I don't want to.
I don't even know how. In the explanation, it wouldn't make sense. Okay, so I have a philodendron plant that was given to me by a dear friend, Wendy Candelaria, and it's supposed to represent our dear friend Patrick.
Yeah,
and
who passed away a couple
who
years
passed
ago.
away. And
That's
Patrick.
so sweet.
I really love this plant because I forgot it in my trunk for 2 months.
Nico?
And
What a
I can
great
tell
representation
it really meant
of
a
your
lot
friend.
to
it
you.
really did mean a lot to me. It does. And I forgot it for 2 months, and it was still alive. So I was like, I'm going to do everything in my power to keep it alive. So I needed to repot it this, because it's growing so big. I needed to repot it this weekend. So I go to the nursery. Man, I wanted to get some more plants. They are so expensive. Minimum $15 for every plant.
Now, you can, I mean, depending on how big it is, you can get at Home Depot?
Yes.
You can get like little colorful.
No.
For under $14.
I think they had tiny little cactuses that were $7.
Okay.
But who knew inflation was going to hit?
You got to go to a local nursery, man.
You know what? That's a good point. Maybe
I feel like Home Depot is just like making them more expensive.
Big bucks.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
always found that their prices are really, really competitive with any of the locals.
Because you go to nursery quite a bit. You do, actually. I'm not even trying to be facetious.
Yeah,
I'm not
I do.
I wasn't being sarcastic right there.
I mean, you would think after spending so much time and money in nurseries, I'd get my yard to be some kind of something to be proud of, but I haven't. We did get a lot of rain last night. That ought to help, though. Oreo-flavored Coca-Cola and Coca-Cola-flavored Oreos are soon going to start hitting stores. Coca-Cola is teaming up with Nabisco for an Oreo-flavored soda and a Coca-Cola-flavored cookie. Here's how they describe it. The refreshing Coca-Cola taste with flavorful hints inspired by Oreos. But unlike the cookies, 0 sugar.
Oh.
They say the Coke-flavored cookies have the, quote, inspired taste of Coke that fans know and love. One side of each Oreo is red, and the white cream has red edible glitter mixed in cheese. Both are being rolled out in stores next month. Boy, we are living in the peak era of just food mashups, aren't we?
Of gluttony.
Well, it's gluttony, but it's also like, let's throw this together. See if we can move a few units.
Oh, they got some food scientists, like evil scientists, in a lab somewhere, coming up with this stuff.
I got a few neckline calls. Let's pick those up. Or do we have another break, Joe?
We have one more break.
We do have another break. All right. Let me get one.
Okay.
And then we'll do the Mo Show calendar.
Joanna, you would be so proud of Buzz. He's been amazing on breaks.
He really has.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, good morning, y'all. Hey, listen, on the subject of that boxer, that Algerian boxer, women want to go in combat. They want a right to fight in combat alongside men. They want to join the Navy SEALs. You can't go into combat, and then when the action starts screaming, "Oh no, yeah, I only want to fight women." You can't. So, if women want to go in combat, I think boxing is kind of similar. When I go into court and the other attorney is a woman, 9 times out of 10, she'll put up a better fight than I do. They're smart, but she has to suffer the blows of the courtroom. So it all washes out at the end. It does.
I don't get that the character of the old man is also a trial attorney. I'm having a hard time getting that to make sense to me.
This is real or not real?
I don't know. I think it's probably a character.
You think it's some guy who's calling us very frequently.
By the way, women in combat, what possible bearing could this Olympic boxer who won the gold medal
have on women in combat?
How are those two things even tangentially related?
Yeah, it's not the Army. I don't know if this is a character or not, but I'm like surprised you play him.
I'm just interested enough to see where he's going with this.
Do you preview the calls?
Not all the way.
Okay.
Nice.
Yo. I know we're moving on from the Olympics and everything, but y'all definitely need to go and check out the recaps with Keenan and Kevin Hart. I know y'all, advertised it or whatever, but oh my goodness, it is hilarious. I started watching it and I saw that it was rated TVMA, and they do it like as if it was stand up. It is great. Y'all need to check it out. It's so funny. All right, y'all have a good one.
I guess I wish I'd done it while it was actually going on. It seems kind of pointless now, but unless it's, just for laughs. Let's get a look at the Mo Show calendar and daily almanac of events. Today is August 14th. Quite a few things going on here on the Mo Show calendar. Today is National Lizard Day. Today is National Navajo Code Talkers Day. Joanna, do you know about the Navajo Code Talkers?
No, I do not.
Well, in World War II, they wanted some way to communicate secret messages that the Germans and the Japanese couldn't intercept. So they said, hey, I bet they don't have a lot of people who speak Navajo in Berlin. So they got a bunch of Navajos and they would relay the messages in the Navajo language.
Navajo.
Yeah. There was a Nicolas Cage movie about it, too.
Wind
Check it
Talkers.
out. It was Wind Talkers, wasn't it?
It was Wind Talkers.
Today is Social Security Day. Speaking of World War II, today is VJ Day. It was 79 years ago. VJ.
You're dark.
What's wrong with you? VJ. Victory in Japan. Victory over Japan.
Okay,
God.
my bad. Sorry.
Good Lord.
Big fan of VJ Day.
1945, World War II ended with Japan's surrender on what we call, with deep reverence, VJ Day.
Happy VJ Day.
That means next year is going to be the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II. I hope they have something cool and special planned. I'm sure they do. Today is World Calligraphy Day. Joanna, do you know what calligraphy is?
It's like fancy handwriting.
Yeah, right.
That's the
Fancy
best way of
handwriting.
describing it. Can you do?
Have you ever seen those videos on TikTok or Instagram? And you just get like sucked into them.
Although I have a feeling they practice quite a bit.
I'm sure they do. Like,
You don't think it's like riding a bicycle? Once you learn how to do it, you're just off and running, you're good? Okay.
Do you don't have great handwriting, right?
Buzz Adams does not.
It better than some, but worse than most.
Is it?
That's a good way of describing it.
Yeah, that is a good way. You print, right?
I do this weird
mix of
cursive and print. There are some letters I write in cursive, and then there are some that I print. Birthdays today include former NFL quarterback and Heisman Trophy winner Tim Tebow, who's 37. Mila Kunis from that 70s show, Mrs. Ashton Kutcher, is 41 today. Halle Berry is having a birthday today. She's 58. Academy Award winner and Razzie winner.
Award.
I think in back-to-back years. I think Monsters Ball came out.
And then Catwoman.
I think the very next year. So she won the Academy Award and then the Razzie. Susan Olsen, who played Cindy on the Brady Bunch, is 63 today. The youngest one in curls. Another Academy Award winner, actress Marcia Gay Harden, is 65 today, as is NBA legend Magic Johnson. He turned 65. NASCAR Hall of Famer Rusty Wallace is 68. He drove the number 2 Dodge Intrepid for Miller Lite during his racing days. Actor Joseph Marcel is 76. If you don't recognize the actor's name, you might recognize his most famous character, Jeffrey the Butler on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I love Jeffrey the Butler.
Well, then you love Joseph Marcel, who's 76 today. Romance author Danielle Steele is 77 today. And comedy legend, national treasure, Steve Martin is 79. So he's on Only Murders in the Building.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he continues to appear in movies every now and then. But do you know that he goes on the road with his band, and he plays the banjo, which is something he did in his stand-up act in the 70s.
I do.
Just randomly, he'd get a banjo, go to town on it. He's really, really great. So my banjo and ding, 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 ding.
Oh, weren't you only going to do one of these and then break?
One of what?
Oh, I don't know. Never mind. Sorry.
He was going to do one of the calls.
Oh, okay. That's right. He was going to do one call and then break.
Today's Wiffle Ball Day. 71 years ago, 1953, David Mulaney noticed his son was breaking a lot of windows. And I guess he probably had to pay for him.
Oh, yeah.
So he decided to create a new kind of ball. He took a round-shaped perfume carton, cut slots into both halves, and when he threw the new ball, it curved. His amazing new invention was called the Wiffle Ball. And today is National Tattoo Removal Day. I'm not saying you should get your tattoos removed, but, it has happened before that people have gotten a tattoo and then they decided against it. They don't want it anymore. So today, August 14th, is Tattoo Removal Day.
Eddie rushed himself to get a tattoo. Got a new girl girlfriend, now he feels like a fool. You can't change Betty to look like Mary Lou. Now she is heartbroken. Now Eddie's left arm is swollen. Laser beam cutting through. The tattoo is burning open.
Ouch.
Eddie feels just like Pete Davidson too.
Music news, concert updates, song and album factoids, and of course, nothing but El Paso's best rock. All
At participating time only while supplies last. Price and participation varies. Drinks exclude freezes. Tax extra. Rewards program subject to terms and conditions. Points earned on qualifying purchases.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a town square media station.
Outshined and Soundgarden, 95.5 KLAQ. Joanna is going to bring us the Hollywood Cheesemate. This would be a good time. I don't know if you have time to get it together, but the Ghost Song of the Day?
It is a good time.
Yeah, all right. So Joanna is going to tell us what hour you're going to hear the Ghost Song of the Day and what the song is. Then, when you hear that song played in the designated hour, you want to jump on the phone, call us on the studio line. That number is 915-910-4995. That's 915-910-4995. And every winner that we get on a daily basis wins a great preliminary prize, a very fine prize. It's the Ghost Right Here, Right Now movie soundtrack. You win that, but you're also registered for the grand prize because all this month is August, and it is an autographed guitar signed by Tobias Forge of Ghost. So, Joanna,
yes,
what is the hour we're listening for the Ghost Song of the Day?
You will hear the Ghost Song of the Day in the 6 o'clock hour today.
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And the song is If You Have Ghosts.
If You Have Ghosts. Now, you better call Ghostbusters, right?
No.
Oh, can you play a little bit of If You Have Ghosts?
Of course I can.
All right, let's go.
Anything you want, and you can do anything you want to do if you have ghosts. You have everything. One never does that. One never does that.
And we just want to give you an idea of what it sounds like. So there you go. That's If You Have Ghost. You can hear that in the 6 o'clock hour. When you do, you want to be caller number 13 to win the daily prize and to be eligible for the grand prize, the autographed guitar from Tobias Forge. So that is If You've Got Ghost, 6 o'clock hour, the Ghost Song of the Day.
Mm-hmm.
And a happy August to everybody. Make sure you have that studio line anytime you want to call into the station, especially if it's a contest. We use the studio line. That number is 915-910-4995. That's 910-4995.
Buzz, hey, it's 5 Points Guy. Dude, I'm livid, man. I don't know what's going on with our city. Literally 2 blocks from my house, everything's closed off construction. Montana Street by Bassett, closed off construction.
Yes.
Mesa Street from like downtown all the way up to past a little bit executive, construction. Everything's blocked off 1 lane. I don't know who is signing off on all these construction permits. Whoever is signing off on these, you are a freaking idiot. An idiot. And you deserve to be slapped by a 6'3", 300-pound man like me. And I won't slap you out. I will Smith you into another dimension.
Whoa, 5 points.
I don't drive for a living, but I drive around the city quite a bit. There's construction without even warning. All of a sudden, boom, lane closed. I have seen accidents because the city is not closing off streets properly. So with all this construction, you guys are making our roads more dangerous than what they already are. El Paso already is a bad city when it comes to driving. Everybody knows that. But with all this construction, I mean, I'm sure my insurance would probably be $100 if I lived in another city. But I live here in El Paso. My insurance is like $250. But I'm pretty sure I live in another area where they're in all congestion and traffic. And
I have never heard 5 Points Guy
so upset.
Wound up like this.
Wait,
before.
what's his? Did somebody hit him? Well, it's just the traffic, right?
It's just all the construction that has all these lane closures.
I think
almost everywhere.
I know how he feels because we had to go to Las Cruces the other day for a dining deal, and just getting out of El Paso took about 30 extra minutes from the west side.
30 extra minutes on top of the 30 minutes it takes to drive all the way to Las Cruces.
Right, and then Steve somehow knew about all these back roads, so he got there way earlier than I did, and he wouldn't tell me what the back roads were.
he wouldn't share that information.
He wouldn't.
With you?
So I could understand if you don't have any way to get where you're going, how frustrating that is.
Do you want to hear 5 Points Guy sound out the rest of what he's upset about?
All right.
Construction, I'd probably be paying a fraction. I went over a minute. I'm sorry, Buzz. I'm like I said, dude. I'm pissed, man. I'm pissed. Why is there so much construction on every freaking road?
It seems like maybe you would stagger it. I realize that construction is an ongoing process repairs and things like that. But doesn't it seem like you wouldn't do it all at once, if at all possible?
All right, we're going to close off Loop 375. We're going to close off I-10 both ways. We're going to close off US 54. You all are stuck in El Paso.
Start one project, finish it. Why start 13 projects in the same area, causing panic from all the drivers? Like I said, who's signing off on these construction permits? You deserve to be slapped. I'm pissed. I'm sorry, Buzz. I know you get mad. We all get mad. We're all human beings, but for the most part, 90% of my phone calls are happy.
Yeah, that's true.
Very
They're
true.
usually to cheer you all up or to spread happiness and joy. But right now, dude, yeah, you ain't gonna listen. I went over 2 minutes. I hope you listen to it, dude. I really do. 2 minutes of your time, it ain't much, Buzz. It ain't much.
Fine.
On,
yeah, I'm listening.
You got more. Listen, you got power, dude. When Oscar Leeser comes back from the White House, he can go to KDIA, KTSM. No, where does he go? He goes to you, buddy. It goes to you first. You definitely got, you got power, dude. So, yeah. Thank you, guys. Love you guys.
All right.
Aww.
There's on the west side, if you're going I-10 and you want to get off on Red Road, you cannot get off on Red Road. You can't get off on Artcraft. You got to go all the way to New Mexico to even get off Trans Mountain. You got to go all the way to Trans Mountain because all the exits are closed. You're just stuck there. And then sometimes that backs up to the point where you're not moving.
Did you see they closed off the bridge for Limburg?
Limburg.
Or
that's Thorn.
Thorn, excuse me, Thorn.
They demolished the bridge in Thorn.
So you can't, even if you got off early on Mesa and you wanted to...
Oh, no, you could get off on Mesa and then take the access road.
Not to Thorn and
Yes,
take a
you
left.
can.
You can't take a left anymore.
You can't take a left, but you could.
Yeah.
That's the only way to get to the Albertsons on Red and I-10.
Yeah.
We should break. We'll come back. Joanna Barba has the Hollywood Cheese May on the way for us. Thank you, 5 Points Guy. 5 Points Guy is so usually positive,
right?
And his calls are quick and to the point. I'm gonna grant him some grace on this one.
Nice.
Yes, he needed to get that off his chest.
No. I think it probably resonated with a lot of people. So
Sure.
You're fine, 5 Points Guy. Let's take a break. We'll come back with more of the Buzz Adams Morning Show on the way right after this.
Artist interviews, new music discoveries, celebrating artists' birthdays, commemorating releases, champion of all things rock.
Here, we don't just we care for people. University Medical Center, hands committed to care every single day.
Oh, guess who this is?
Buzz Adams and the KLAQ Morning Show.
You must be the greatest radio show host ever.
Buzz is back.
And we're back.
Yep.
And by we, I mean Nico and I.
Big Joe and Big No.
Okay.
That's us.
That's us.
Buzz is...
We sent him away.
Yeah, we just sent him. We sent Buzz home right now. Because
we sent him to the
urgent care, really. Because Buzz said he wasn't feeling good earlier this week. He kind of was saying, I'm feeling a little down. And then today, I walk in and he just pulls up his shirt. No warning, Joanna. Like he gave you. At least he gave you a nice HR warning.
That was nice, yeah.
And he pulls up his shirt and he's got these dots all over his
they're
body.
everywhere. And then I'm going to regret this, but let me see the back. And yeah, they're all over his
on
back.
his back. And then he was like, you want to see him on my leg? And I was like, no.
He asked me that too. And I was like, no, thank you. Thank you for asking. So we sent him off to urgent care because that was concerning.
Yeah, it's super concerning.
And we did have a listener call in and say he should really get that checked out because he said he had something similar to that. And it turned out to be pretty serious.
Oh, it did?
So, and then Buzz says like his mom and his brother are in town.
Right. You don't want like to get them
You
sick.
don't want to send them back with a sickness. So Buzz is gone.
Yeah, Buzz is gone.
Which means, Nico, I've got entertainment news, but also we're going to be doing some best of clips
Best
today.
of, yay. I love best of clips.
Best of clips are great because sometimes I forget what we talk about. And
all
when
the
I
time.
hear them, I'm like, I forgot we did that.
Sweet memories.
Lots of fun stuff.
So you got entertainment news.
I do. And I'm trying to see if I have the best.
Do you have your own theme?
I think I may have my own theme.
Joanna's Hollywood Cheese Man. Joanna's Hollywood Cheese Man.
I have the regular theme, but not the Hollywood Cheesemate one. Just the. Yeah.
And with your entertainment news, it's Joanna Barba.
Thank you for that, Nico. That was very nice. Good morning, everybody. A biopic about Anthony Bourdain is in the works at none other than Studio A24, with Dominic Sessa reportedly in line to play the celebrated chef, author, and documentarian. Sessa is coming off a breakout performance in The Holdovers, for which he received a BAFTA nomination for Best Actor in a Supporting Role. Bourdain's memoir, Kitchen Confidential, was previously adapted into a television series in 2005, with Bradley Cooper playing a character inspired by Bourdain, but no word yet on when production will start or when it will be released.
This is the A24 movie studio doing an Anthony Bourdain.
They do great
biopic.
movies.
They do, but they always have some weird twist at the end, like it was Aliens.
Yeah, they kind of do, right?
Yeah.
Following the disastrous rollout of her recent single, Woman's World, Katy Perry appears to have found herself in more hot water, this time for unauthorized filming of her new music video, Lifetimes, on Spain's Balearic Islands. According to a translated statement from the government's environmental department, an investigation has been opened after the production company responsible for the music video didn't request the necessary authorization to film at the protected dunes at Ses Salinas Natural Park. Other parts of the music video, showing Perry on various beaches, at clubs, and dancing through cities, were filmed in different parts of the region, but the interior of the dune system of Esplamador is an especially fragile ecosystem the government describes as holding great ecological value. Meanwhile, following the response to Woman's World, Perry pivoted the claim that the effort was intended as satire. Her forthcoming album, 143, was created in collaboration with controversial producer Dr. Luke and is expected to arrive on September 20th.
Wow, these are really pretty. Like, these islands are beautiful.
Beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Watch it, Katy Perry.
Yeah, seriously, don't ruin this. Our Balearic Islands.
Mm-hmm. The Paris Olympics may have ended, but another highly anticipated competition is coming up soon. Netflix has released the trailer for its upcoming Labor Day showdown between Joey Chestnut and Takeru Kobayashi. The preview teases a legendary beef where the two competitive eating legends...
I see what you did there.
Thank you. Will go head-to-head for the first time in 15 years in a rematch where the winner takes all. The event, titled Chestnut versus Kobayashi Unfinished Beef, is set to take place at the HyperX Arena Las Vegas at the Luxor Hotel and Casino, airing live on the streaming platform on September 2nd. Here is a bit of that trailer.
To be the greatest, it takes hunger. You understand.
On September 2nd, watch the greatest competitive eaters go head-to-head for the first time in 15 years. In a rematch where winner takes all. Chestnut versus Kobayashi, Unfinished Beef. Live only on Netflix.
Unfinished beef.
Unfinished beef. Joey Chestnut, who holds the world record for eating 76 hot dogs in 10 minutes, will have a shot at redemption after being banned from Nathan's Coney Island hot dog eating contest following a 6-time reign. The ban was a result of Chestnut signing an endorsement deal with Impossible Foods.
Okay, so...
Uh-huh.
That sounds epic, first of all.
It really does.
Have you ever wondered, do they have just standard, do you think, toilets at all of these events? Or do they have to get some type of industrial size or strength? Because whatever goes in has to come out.
It has to eventually, right?
Yeah, I don't mean to get lowbrow or brown brow this early.
Sorry to everybody eating breakfast.
Does it all come at once or like in different times?
I guess that dude must have an impressive digestive system.
I have 80 hot dogs in me.
Gross. Watch out, Las Vegas. They're coming for you. Black Mirror creator Charlie Brooker has teased season 7 of the hit sci-fi show and has confirmed that the new season will be more like the OG series that fans first fell in love with. In an interview with The Deadline, Brooker said, quote, "We're doing some things we've not done before. People can expect quite a lot of emotion and hopefully a good mix of chills. But this time around, the episodes are all, in a way, like OG Black Mirror." Season 6 hit Netflix last year, but upon its launch, fans were quick to complain that it felt a lot less like the original Black Mirror, which was introduced on Channel 4 in 2011. It seems like Brooker has taken those complaints into consideration, though, as he now promises the next season will feel more like the earlier seasons. The next season does not have an official synopsis or episode list at the time. However, earlier this year, it was confirmed that the season will contain a sequel to season 4's USS Callister, one of the series' most popular episodes. Black Mirror season 7 will hit Netflix in 2025. Seasons 1 through 6 are available to stream now.
Does that excite you? You're a big fan.
Yeah, I do love Black Mirror. And yeah, last season felt a little, the season before that, though, was very bad. I did not like that one.
That one was not good.
Not at all. Finally, Nico, get excited.
Okay.
When Joan Vassos, who is 61, jumps back into the dating pool as the star of ABC's The Golden Bachelorette.
Oh, yeah.
She'll have some pretty stellar single seniors to choose from. We got the first look at the 24 men who will be vying for Joan's heart in the female-led spinoff of The Golden Bachelor. Ranging in age from 57 to 69, the group includes a firefighter, a salon owner, a caterer, an ER doctor, and of course, plenty of retirees. The men come from all over the country, and they have a variety of fun hobbies that include cornhole, cooking, and playing the ukulele. Here is a clip, and I want you to tell me if these men sound like they are in their 60s or 70s.
Okay.
Dating at this age is a little bit like getting back on a bike.
Let's just say it's a whole lot different than when I was in college.
There's nothing like being in love. It fills you with optimism.
I get butterflies. I really miss the butterflies.
Oh,
adorable.
I couldn't. None of them sound old.
No, and
None
you
of them
got to
were
check
like,
out some of those pictures of them. We've got a zaddy alert.
I can't wait to see my.
That's what I expected, right?
My gal pal.
I started watching The Golden Bachelor, but I kind of got a little annoyed by it because I'm like, wow, it never ends. Women are catty and there's just.
It's the same recipe as the other Bachelors, except producers were like, you know what? The hot young thing, that's old. Now, old is the hot new thing.
Zaddies. So I'm excited to see the zaddies in this one and see what happens.
Nothing compares to MILF Manor.
You got to tell me more about MILF Manor.
It's too explicit. I'm not even sure it's legal.
And do some of the women get upset when they're like, that woman is hitting on my son?
Absolutely. And then the son or the woman might win the challenge to go to the suite.
And you have to see your
son or your mom go off to get banged.
But anyway, The Golden Bachelorette premieres Wednesday, September 18th on ABC. With your entertainment news, I'm Joanna Barba. We're going to come back with some best of clips because Buzz had to go to the urgent care.
I know. People are saying it's probably shingles, so I am very glad that although, if you guys could let us know, I didn't think shingles could get on your whole body because he has it like on his stomach, his back.
It's on his
legs.
He told me it's on his butt.
Yeah. He wanted to show me his butt. Ugh.
You too? Why does he want to show us his butt?
I have no idea. But that doesn't sound, I'm not sure if that sounds more like shingles or like hives or chicken pox. So.
Oh, so weird. Well, Buzz will be back tomorrow, and we're going to come back with some best of clips right after this.
Hey, it's Double G. Coming up after the Buzz Adams Morning Show.
Lo que dijo la gente sobre no confiar en ti. Tuve que soportar que me trataras mal. A veces normal, otras veces ni hablar. Pero ya no más, ya te dejé atrás. Hoy voy por mi primero. Y ahora que te fuiste, ya no pienso en ti. Desapareciste y estoy mejor así. Vete muy lejos, quédate con tus complejos y por si acaso se me olvida.
All right, welcome back to the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Buzz is a little sick this morning. We sent him away to the doctor to get checked, and hopefully he comes back with some good news. But luckily for us, we're still here, and we've got an interview coming up right now with a local producer and artist, well, locally based, I would say, but Grammy nominee and artist as well. Roger Argenis. Is it Roger Argenis or?
Legally it's Rogelio, but I grew up in California. I grew up in San Jose, California, and so my friends, my little friends, they couldn't say my name, so one of the guys just started calling me Roger.
Just Roger.
And I was like, you know what? That makes sense. Call me Roger from now on. So yeah, but Rogelio is the actual name.
Okay, then I don't feel bad just saying Roger Argenis is in the studio. How are you doing, Roger?
Good, man. Good morning, first
Good morning
of all. And I hope Buzz gets better. I was like, dude, today was going to be like a bucket list type, checking off bucket list of
meeting the man.
Meeting Buzz. I've been waiting for like 20 years for this.
Oh, no.
Yes, so unfortunately he's not here, but it's all good. I'm here with you guys. And
yes, thank you so much for being with us, because there's actually a really cool event that you're going to be a part of on Saturday. You're going to come out. You're coming out with some new music, kind of, right?
Yes.
And you're going to be at the Abraham Chavez Theater. Why don't you let us know what time and why are you going to be there?
Yes, so this Saturday we have the Soundstage 9 Summer Jam happening at the Abraham Chavez, 4 p.m. So it's a yearly concert that we have for our students at Soundstage 9. And we're going to get to release our brand new album, Soundstage 9 original music, a brand new album. So the kids are going to perform it, the album in its entirety. So we're celebrating that, and then we have some special guests, including myself. I'll be performing as well.
Oh, great!
Some of the songs from my album that came out about some months ago. So we'll be there. We'll be having a good time. We're gonna have Cristian Lara, who does regional Mexican.
Oh, awesome!
He's up and coming. He's doing real good. He's already signed to like a major label, which is great because there's a lot happening here in town, and so we're there to celebrate it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, tell us more about Soundstage 9, because you were saying a little bit about it off air, and to me I was like, wait. You have kids that you're teaching rock music to. Are you Jack Black from School of Rock, basically?
Bro, yes. I'm just kidding. Well, I mean, I think that's the best. Sometimes it's hard to explain what we do.
Right.
But yes, I guess that would be like the best reference. If you've seen School of Rock, we teach these kids how to rock, and they get to perform at these awesome venues. Like in this case, they get to perform at a venue where they've seen a lot of their favorite artists.
The biggest acts.
Exactly. So it's super exciting for them. We want to give them the rockstar experience. We want to have El Paso out there come out and get this show sold out, because I really want the kids to play a sold out Abraham Chavez.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Like as a kid, okay, what are the ages of the kids?
Yeah, so that's a cool thing, because we start them at 4 years old. So like the students performing are gonna range from like 4 to like, I don't know, even in like in the 70s, So
oh wow,
all ages, but the majority is a lot of our kiddos. They're between like 6 and 11, more or less.
And as somebody who would just be doing this, like, for the first time or learning, playing in front of a packed audience at the Abraham Chavez Theater, man, what an experience. So that's going down at 4 p.m. this Saturday.
4 p.m. It's going to be a lot of different, just a lot of music, a lot of entertainment. It's going to be a really fun show. It starts at 4 p.m. Tickets are available through Ticketmaster.com.
Okay.
And, like I said, we really want to give our students that experience. So hopefully we'll see all of El Paso there.
And if people in El Paso or people listening have kids that they think, or grandparents they think might be wanting to learn to rock, where could they go to find out more about that?
They could go to soundstage9.com, soundstage9.com, or they can go to our Instagram. They can find us anywhere online at Soundstage9. And like I said, it's Soundstage 9 is basically what I would have liked to have had when I was a kid.
When you were growing up.
Exactly. And so, if there's anybody that wants to learn how to play music and perform at, the coolest venues, the Soundstage 9
Soundstage 9 is the place. Are you mostly self-taught, would you say?
Me, yes. For the most part, yes. I never, I was never, it was never, I always thought, when I first started, learning how to, or taking lessons, I was doing, the classical route.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of like math to me, and I was like, no, I just want to play Metallica, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I'll just learn tabs myself. And then eventually I started taking lessons later on when I understood the importance of it.
I think that's kind of a big turnoff for a lot of people learning music, like the formality of how to do it. Like I took piano lessons and I hated it. So
yeah, it could be a hit or miss depending on the approach. That's why our approach is like, hey, we're going to teach you your favorite songs, and then we're also going to teach you the theory behind it.
Oh, cool.
But you're going to be playing songs that you like. You know what I mean? Not stuff that I want you to learn. Even though we do, it's kind of like when you give the medicine, like when in the food, you know what I mean?
Right.
Type of thing. Like it's like, yo,
you're hiding the lessons.
Yeah,
from
we're hiding the boring or the stuff that people would consider boring. You know what I mean?
Fun of Metallica.
Exactly.
So you have that going on, but you yourself are a very successful producer and artist. You're Grammy nominated,
right?
And you came out with your own project last year. And I was listening to a little bit of it yesterday, and it's super eclectic, I would say. Is that kind of a good description?
Yeah, I've been a rocker most of all my life, basically. That's why I started playing music. You know, I'm a huge Metallica fan, a huge Kirk Hammett fan, and so I think throughout the years, I've also embraced other music because since I am a producer, I do have to be familiar with the different genres.
That's what I figure.
Yeah, so and it's at Soundstage 9 we do artist development as well. So not everybody's into rock. We have kids that are into Ariana Grande or Olivia Rodrigo or Peso Pluma or whatever the case may be. So I have to get familiar with the different genres. And so as a producer, I have a lot of fun just kind of blending and fusing different sounds. So in this album that I got to produced, it was produced by myself and a friend of mine. We got to mix regional Mexican with beats, like trap beats and rock.
Wow.
And I'm a fan of music in general, so I'm like, dude, I don't want to just make. I don't want to put myself in a box. I just want to create, and whatever comes out. You know what I mean?
Right,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah, and so I did that just for fun, and it went, the album that I released, it ended up going to the top of the charts in the Latin charts,
right?
Which was really cool. I didn't really expect that. I didn't do, especially being rock or having distorted guitars,
in Latin music, I guess, isn't very typical, you would say.
Not much, just because you had the reggaeton that took over, and then right now Regional Mexicano is on top. So rock really is not super relevant in that world right now. But I feel like right now we're in a very interesting place as with just music in general. People are just creating, and that's why you'll see a bunch of collaborations with a bunch of different artists that you would never think they'd work together.
Right.
So it's really cool.
We are here with Roger Argenis. He is part of Studio 9.
Soundstage
9, excuse me.
Yeah.
Soundstage 9, and they're having their kind of graduation, I guess you would say, or a celebration concert for their students on Saturday at the Abraham Chavez Theater. You can get tickets at Ticketmaster. It's going to be at 4 p.m. You let us hear about a song, or you told us about a song that we were going to play a little bit of, or did we already play that?
We already played it.
Oh,
yeah.
Can you play a little bit more?
Yeah.
Because I really do enjoy that song, and it's rock, but in Spanish.
In Spanish, yeah.
Estaba tan enamorado, me tenías ilusionado. No quise escuchar lo que dijo la gente sobre no confiar en ti. Tuve que soportar que me trataras mal, a veces normal, otras veces ni hablar, pero ya no más, ya te dejé atrás, hoy voy por mi primero. Y ahora que te fuiste ya no pienso en ti. Desapareciste y
Like kind of all-American rejects-ish, no?
Little something like that.
Green Day, a little Green Day?
Green Day-ish.
Yeah.
And it was all recorded at my house.
No way.
In my my home studio. The whole album.
What's this one called?
What's this one called?
No vuelvas aquí.
No vuelvas aquí.
Don't ever come back here.
Oh, don't turn here. That's all. All right, Roger, thank you so much. Where can people follow you?
You can follow me at Sayverse, SAYVERSE, and that's on all social media platforms. You can find me under that, and you'll see Roger at Henny's there.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us in the studio.
So much for
I know you
having
didn't get to meet the big man, but we'll make sure that you come back.
Yeah, for sure. It has to happen, man. It's on my bucket list.
All right, thanks for coming in. That's Roger Argenis. There'll be more of the Buzz Adams Morning Show, some best of clips coming up right after this.
Find out what's going on. Quirky facts about our region. Urgent things you need to know impacting your drive. And of course, nothing but El Paso's best rock.
Is manageable. Use identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a town square media station.
BuzzFeed ran a poll and asked people, do you consider these bands classic rock or not? I hadn't thought about it, so classic rock as a format kind of really came on like in the 80s.
Okay.
Now, they weren't talking about like Buddy Holly and the Crickets. They were definitely talking about like Pink Floyd, the Rolling Stones, and the Eagles. But when you think about it, the Eagles were, their heyday was just a few years before that, like in the mid-70s. So I've always thought of classic rock as, if it's like 30 years old and it still gets played a lot and it kind of spans the generations. Yeah, I would consider that classic rock.
So things in the 90s right now. That would be
Yeah. So, like, do you count, for instance, Green Day?
Son of a bitch, it's not.
You say it's not?
If it says it is, I'm going to be so...
I kind of would, though.
I consider it classic rock. They've been around for 30-something years, man.
Oh, my God.
You could...
yeah. They've
been around literally your entire life.
Yeah.
Now, why would it bother you to think that this is classic rock?
I don't know. It just feels not right.
It's too soon.
It's too soon. I just saw them not too long ago.
85% said no, Green Day, not classic rock.
Hell yeah.
15% said, yeah, they are classic rock.
What percent of these people,
classic rock?
What percent of these people were wearing Green Day t-shirts when they answered?
Is there something like as soon as you call a band classic rock,
then it's not cool anymore?
They're not making cool music anymore. They used to make cool music.
I don't think that means they're not classic in the sense, though. You can still be making new music and still be a classic. Like, there's not tons of bands doing that, right?
Yeah, but let's say it's circa 1990. Well, the Rolling Stones still put out an album every few years, but it's not like, oh, you can't turn on the radio without hearing that new Stones. They're an oldies act, and they have been for 30 years.
Okay, but AC/DC.
Classic rock.
Totally, yeah.
They're not on the list, but I think everybody would assume
because
they're
it goes without
rock.
saying.
Nirvana, classic rock or not classic rock?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
they're definitely not making new music.
I'm not asking you to tell me what you think the people answered based on this quiz. Just
you want my...
Yeah, do you consider them classic rock?
No.
Yes.
Nico, you don't care.
This is the Unplugged.
Hell yeah.
Version of Come As You Are.
Come as you are.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's classic.
That's classic.
62% said no. And 38% said yes. They're classic rock.
Play the one about a box.
The heart-shaped box?
Yeah.
Nico.
It's about...
It's about a certain vagina.
All right, how about this?
Yeah.
I ain't got no crystal balls. I had $1 million, but I'd spend it all.
Is Sublime classic rock?
I mean, I know a guy in a Sublime cover band, so...
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
What are they called? Because I always love cover bands that come up with interesting punny names. Do you know what they're called?
I forgot.
Okay. I want to be in a Sublime / Jimmy Buffett cover band and call myself Key Lime. What do you think of that?
They're called Garden Grove.
Sublime Garden Grove. I wonder if that's some kind of reference that I'm not getting. See,
probably.
I don't think Sublime has enough. I mean, they definitely have some core hits. Santeria, the one about the guy who's got a Dalmatian, that definitely is one. I got it.
Doing Time?
Yeah, Doing Time's a good one. But did they have enough that they would be considered classic rock? Well, here's what the people said. 90% said no, Sublime is not classic rock. And 10% said yes. Yeah, I don't know. That one I am kind of on the fence about.
Now, it's also from the 90s. So what is your qualification here? Nirvana, yes, but Sublime, no?
God, yeah. I don't know. It's weird. I don't think of them as a classic rock band, but why wouldn't they be? Here's one for you.
Okay.
Is this classic rock?
Don't make me chase you, even doves that cry. Just leave me standing.
Alone in a world that's so cold. Alone in a world so cold.
Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father.
Too bold.
Maybe I'm just like my mother.
She's never satisfied.
Why do we scream at each other?
Do you even know what this is?
This is what it says.
Look at him.
Like,
He has no idea who this artist is.
Is this even rock, really?
That's what I'm asking.
I'm not even sure this is rock.
I mean,
no.
I think it's old enough to be classic, but would you call it rock?
This is what they consider rock
rock
on this BuzzFeed list?
They're asking, is it classic rock? And I think a lot of people are going, it's classic, but it's not rock.
Yeah.
And Nico, you honestly couldn't tell if I offered you $20 right now, who is this band?
No, I couldn't.
This is Prince, dude.
And the Revolution?
Yeah.
Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry.
Oh, when doves cry. Okay.
It took him a while, but he got there.
Well, I knew the dove thing.
The dove thing.
All right. I got time for one more here.
One more.
All right, Nico's nodding like he's getting into the groove. Who's this band?
I've never heard this song
No, come
before,
on,
but
don't-
that is
don't
Bono.
play
That is
dumb.
Bono and U2 for
Don't
sure.
play dumb.
I've never heard that song before, but that is
Okay.
Bono
You've never heard this song
and
before?
U2 for sure. Not willingly. I can just tell it's Bono from his voice.
Classic.
Oh, did I tell you what the people voted on about
Oh,
Prince?
Prince. What?
53% said yes, it's classic rock. 47% said no, it's not classic rock.
That's
Three
like
of
the
us
closest.
here ask, is it even rock?
Is it even wrong?
I mean, it's super, super cool.
It's music.
It's
Good
great.
music.
Okay. Now, how about you two? Joanna, what do you say?
Classic.
Yeah, classic.
56% said no. 44% said yes. I was such a huge fan of Joshua Tree, and then Rattle and Hum. Oh my God, I must have played Rattle and Hum till I wore out the cassette.
I feel like there's a big butt coming up.
Yeah, no, but I considered them kind of a classic rock band.
Yeah.
Then,
Right.
You know, they were just like, oh, this is like a classic rock band, but they were putting out these albums, you know, fairly early. Not as early as Boy or October, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They were just kind of like, they've always been classic rock since they came out, it seems like, which is a weird thing. Did I tell you 56% said no, U2's not classic rock, 44% said
You
yes.
said that, yeah.
It's hard to believe.
More people are saying that Prince is definitely classic rock than are saying U2 or Red Hot Chili Peppers or even Nirvana. How about Guns N' Roses?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
80% on this BuzzFeed say that Guns N' Roses are classic rock.
Yeah.
20% said no. But Guns N' Roses...
They came out in the 80s, didn't they? Late 80s?
Yeah, mid-ish to late 80s. And then really, really hit it big like 88 with Appetite for Destruction. Okay, but U2's been around for like 10 years longer than Guns N' Roses was a band. Yeah.
When was U2 together?
Like 78, I want to say, was their first. 79, maybe.
How old
was
is
their
Bono?
first. He's got to be 65, I'll bet.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is classic rock.
By the way,
for
have
sure.
you guys seen the new movie Sing 2?
No.
61 is Bono. It's a bunch of U2 songs. It's great.
Sing 2 is a bunch of U2 songs?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I thought Sing 1, they had songs from all kinds of different artists.
Yeah, they have like a bunch of other different songs, but it mainly focuses on like U2 songs. Because
Like what?
Bono plays the lion.
In Sing 2?
Yes.
Like, what kind of... Can you name me a couple of the songs they do? Did they do like Angel of Harlem, except it's a bunch of animals singing it or something?
Dude, don't knock it, all right? It's a great movie. I was crying. Crying.
Who was the guy who played the gorilla in the first one? Taron Egerton. Is he back?
Yes.
What a talent that guy is.
I love him.
I feel like he got the part playing Elton John based on his gorilla version of I'm Still Standing from Sing 1. Don't you agree?
Yeah, probably.
Like Elton John heard that and said, that's it. He's going to play
That's the guy
me.
I want to play me.
Yeah. I don't care if he's gay. I don't care if he's bald. I want that guy playing me. And that's how Taron Egerton ended up being Rocket Man.
Talking about this animated movie?
Yeah. Sing.
Have you seen Sing 1?
No.
Then you shut your mouth.
I'm not going to watch an animated movie where they sing songs already. When I could just listen to the songs.
See?
Yeah, see?
This is what the caller was saying. Nico knows nothing about everything.
I'm just saying I wouldn't watch. Wait, how does that mean that this?
Because
you don't know what you're
movie.
talking about. It's really good, and the performances are really, really great.
What's wrong with? Do you just not like joy or fun at all?
No, it's like watching a cover. Why would you watch a cover?
Because it's a good movie.
And is it Rihanna a gazelle or something?
I think so.
Coming up after the Buzz Adams Morning Show, Glenn Garza and Daniel Paulus.
In the region, Paso, University Medical Center. Hands committed to care every single day.
Originating in El Paso for El Paso, the Buzz Adams Morning Show, 95.5 KLAQ.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show.
Hello.
Hi, it's Wednesday, August 14th.
Yep. Welcome back. We are buzzless for now. We're getting all sorts of diagnoses in our app chat. And please make this just the random Buzz diagnosis hour.
Yes,
All
let's
right.
do that.
I'm going to give you his signs and his symptoms, and you provide us with your best guess. So showed up today, Buzz pulled up his shirt, and he had red spots all over his stomach and his chest. He said it goes down his legs and on his buttocks.
But did you notice any on his face?
None on his face, though.
None on the face.
He said they didn't itch, right?
He said they weren't itchy or painful.
Or painful right now. But he did say he's been feeling sick this whole week.
He has. So yesterday when I felt sick, I was like, whatever Buzz has, he gave it to me. But I'm not breaking out in anything.
Yeah, I don't think so. Because he was like, it's more of like a COVID-y thing.
Son of a bitch.
We are unbuzzed. That's right. Thank you, 5 Points Guy.
Unbuzzed.
We're buzzless, unbuzzed. But we're still going to bring to you some of the normal things that we do every day. I'm going to bring up some news headlines right now. Joanna's actually got some app chat messages that are kind of funny. Thank you. Thank you for all of your app chat messages. Don't forget to download that KLAQ mobile app wherever you get apps.
We've got a great chat over here. Need Boost says, I heard Buzz has the scarlet fever. Do you think it could be scarlet fever?
I don't think it could be scarlet fever. Isn't that what kids get?
I think so, yeah. J-Dog says, sorry, Buzz, but I listened to about 10 seconds of a conversation between Nico and that Grammy Award singer guy and knew instantly that you weren't on the radio today. If you're not interrupting, you just are not there. Don't let Buzz hear that.
Well, what did you say about the Robert Holguin interview? You were telling me off air.
So I was listening back to when we had Robert Holguin in the other day, and there's a part where I yell at Buzz, let him talk. Because Buzz is, of course, known for interrupting our guest.
Wait,
what is this?
Oh, that's me. Oh, because this damn microphone.
It keeps squeaking, huh?
Yeah, sorry. Oh, I'm in Joanna's studio.
We're in, Mika's usually in Buzz's studio. And now we have only one mic on that other side over there.
And it doesn't get used that often.
It does not. So, like Buzz says, put some WD-40 on it.
What's hilarious was when Buzz asked Robert, what do you think the load-bearing capacity?
He's all asking him all these
like
weird
engineering questions. And it's like, dude, what would make
First
you
off,
think?
Not what Robert came in to talk about
at all.
Buzz is just asking him these weird questions. But no, these are great. Keep sending in your app chat messages. I'm trying to think of an engagement question for today, and I'm all out of creativity.
Yeah, where do the engagement questions usually come from? It's more like
my brain. I listen to other morning shows.
Right.
Buzz gets like upset. He's like, "Why are you listening to another morning show?"
No, I think he said even he did that kind of research back in the day.
But at first he'd be like, "Stop listening to other morning shows." They're funny.
Stop cheating on us.
At one point, I would tell him, it's because I'm looking for another job.
Don't even joke.
They're hired.
Don't you dare even joke. What would be a good engagement question today? About shingles?
Have you ever had shingles?
If so, please describe the curing process. All right. Well, while you think of that, I'm going to get into some news headlines. How's that sound?
Yeah, let's do that. I would say I have news music for you, but I don't.
All right. Can you beatbox it?
Sure, I guess. That's not beatboxing ever.
That's not.
But hit it with the news. Here is our very own Nico Edgimian.
Good morning, Joanna.
Good
Thank you. Well, Starbucks is announcing a new CEO, and that's Brian Nicole, who was the CEO of Chipotle, or has been since 2018. Starbucks stocks closed over 24% higher yesterday on the news, while Chipotle shares fell over 7%. While Starbucks and Chipotle have both faced complaints about declining service quality and rising prices, the two companies have had different results. Chipotle's stock was up over 20% this year, while Starbucks was down. The chairman emeritus and former CEO of Starbucks, Howard Schultz, bragged about the leadership change in a statement.
Interesting.
Right. And Legionnaire's disease is back. Oh, Buzz. Maybe that's what
I'm sorry.
The New Hampshire Department of Health and Human Services, never mind, linked an outbreak of the disease over the last few months to cooling towers behind the Riverwalk Resort in downtown Lincoln, New Hampshire. While the cooling tower has been sanitized and put back into operation, the Department of Health and Human Services said yesterday the cooling tower's operation could mean further exposure for people within half a mile of the facility. Yeah, did you know about this? That Legionnaire is like it usually gets into like air conditioning systems where with the evaporative, and it gets into the sometimes there'll be mold or water.
Okay,
in those.
yeah.
And they call it Legionnaire's disease because the American Legion are these clubhouses basically where veterans of foreign wars can go and hang out.
Oh,
and
okay.
all of these people were getting sick. These legionnaires were getting sick. So it's called Legionnaire's disease. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Legionnaire's disease, a form of pneumonia, is named for an outbreak among people attending an American Legion convention in July 1976 in Philadelphia. Wow. I had that right in front of me.
If you had just kept reading.
If I had just kept reading and not been distracted. Well, exactly 1 year after the police department in Marion, Kansas, raided a local newspaper and its staff, the police chief is now facing charges himself. The raid on October 14th, 1 year exactly to the day, stemmed from a dispute between the Marion County Record, the newspaper, and a local restaurant owner. Former Marion Police Chief Gideon Cody, who resigned less than 2 months after the raid, is now facing a charge of interference with the judicial process. In a 124-page report from the Sedgwick County District Attorney's Office, prosecutors said that staff of the newspaper had committed no crimes. Therefore, what was the point of the raid? Do you remember this news story? Police raided a newspaper, a small town newspaper. Yeah. Went in and took all their materials, their computers.
Their printers.
Yeah, they're... Well, yeah, the printers too.
I don't know.
Anyways, it was because apparently they said there was illegal records or wiretapping or something, but it was untrue. And now the police chief is facing charges.
They're like, here's all your stuff back.
Yeah, sorry about that. Well, if you drive an older Ford, Lincoln, or Mercury car from 2004 to 2014, or a Mazda from 2003 to 2015, the companies are asking you to stop driving them. The issue is those vehicles have Takata airbag inflators, and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says those can explode with too much force in a crash, blowing apart a metal canister and shooting fragments into your face.
Oh my God.
The NHTSA says that 27 people have been killed by the faulty Takata inflators in the U.S., with at least 35 killed worldwide. Owners can check to see if their vehicle is affected on the NHTSA website and then schedule an appointment with the dealer to have the inflator problem fixed. And both Ford and Mazda are offering free towing or mobile repairs and loaner vehicles if needed. Well, the 3-member Public Utilities Commission in Maine unanimously voted down a proposed rule yesterday that would have allowed electric utilities to narc on people growing marijuana. The proposal was made by Versant Power Company, who says it has a high success rate of identifying marijuana grow houses, but had no way to tell law enforcement about it. Snitch. The commission cited concerns about customers being targeted who are using large amounts of electricity for legitimate reasons. You know, like that other grow house.
Uh-huh.
Information can still be given to police by electric companies, but only when presented with a subpoena. Thank God. Yeah, stay out of my personal information, El Paso Electric. I am not growing anything at my house, in my closet.
Okay. I totally believe that.
I'm drying it in there. I'm not growing it there.
It's already been grown.
Yeah. Well, agents with the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration found meth in a truck full of what you'd think was healthy celery at a farmer's market outside of Atlanta. Buried in a load of celery was about 2,000 pounds of meth before they were delivered to the Atlanta State Farmers Market. A Mexican citizen was arrested in the instant. Oh, come on.
Yikes.
Really? The raza? According to DEA Special Agent in Charge Robert Murphy, obviously, we threw away the celery. Because nobody likes that.
No, right? No one will look here. It's celery.
It's celery. Everybody hates this. Ew, get away. Well, and speaking of professionalism in journalism, which Joanna is a model of and which I am not.
I guess I am. Don't.
Well, you're doing this job soon enough, so you better get ready for it. An Australian weatherman had a panic attack on air. Did you see this, Joanna?
No.
Okay, I saw this in my prep. An Australian weatherman had a panic attack while he was on air and in the process of breaking a story.
Oh, no.
Nate Byrne was beginning his forecast for ABC News Breakfast when he said he needed to stop for a second. Actually, why don't we just listen to it?
Okay.
We've got big falls right through that part of the country, and we're going to see lots more rain in the days ahead. I'm actually going to need to stop for a second. Some of you may know that I occasionally get affected by some panic attacks, and actually that's happening right now. Lisa, maybe I could hand back to you.
You certainly can, Nate. And Nate wrote a great piece on the ABC on...
Oh, man.
Right. Well, anchors Lisa Miller and Michael Rowland handled it compassionately and perfectly as they continued on until Byrne was ready. The moment got people talking, and Byrne says some people watching realized they've had panic attacks and never even knew it. The average attack, which sends cortisol and adrenaline flooding through your body for just a second, lasts about 10 minutes, even though it may seem longer. Panic attacks are caused by one or two triggers, thoughts that something is scary, or maybe a physical sensation that reminds you of panic. You get
That's
panic
scary.
attacks?
I've had one, yeah.
Yeah?
That's scary.
It is scary. Where you just kind of like feel overwhelmed for a little bit.
Yeah, I
and
thought
you're like,
I was having a heart attack.
Yeah,
and I was
that's
like, I'm
kind
too
of-
young.
You are way too young, Joanna. You won't leave us for 1,000 more years.
Until I'm 90.
Mm-hmm. Well, are you a big fan of Law and Order SVU?
You know I am, boo.
Yeah. You like Mariska Hargitay?
Mariska Hargitay, yeah.
Well, she had a hand, get this, in actually pushing to solve 11,000 crimes in Detroit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So this info just spilled in a new episode of Dateline True Crime Weekly. Prosecutor Kim Worthy discovered more than 11,000 untested rape kits sitting on the shelf in a police evidence room. Well, she was on a mission to get those cases resolved because without those rape kits tested, there was not going to be any convictions.
Right.
But so podcast host Andrea Canning says they found 22 serial repeat offender rapists.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, excuse me.
Rapists, yes.
They found 22 serial repeat offender rapists and maybe racists among those in the kits. And they needed money for the effort. So who stepped in? None other than Law and Order's Mariska Hargitay.
Yes. Dun, dun.
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun.
Wait, she's not Stabler. That's...
No, she's Benson.
Benson, that's right.
Olivia Benson.
Hargitay helped raise the money to get things done, and it's personal for the actress. She revealed that she was sexually assaulted by a friend in her 30s.
Yeah.
You knew about that?
Yeah, I think she's been very open about that.
Really?
Yes.
Who's her father? Is it somebody famous?
I think
her
so.
mother?
Her mom is famous, yeah.
Who's her mom?
Jane Mansfield, I think. I could be wrong.
Jane
She's the
Mansfield?
one who died in a car accident.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did not know any of that. Well, just a couple more stories for you.
Hit it.
All right. There's going to be a lot of candies by Palmer Candy Company being recalled by the FDA. It's saying the snacks that are sold at Targets, Walmart's, Dollar General, and that have a Best By date of April 2025 has been upgraded to its highest level of health hazard because there's actually a probability that using any of this candy could cause death.
Oh, my God.
They're not saying exactly where. They're just saying nationally that these candies might be infected with salmonella.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so if you have been to Target, Walmart, or Dollar General and you've seen Palmer candy from the Palmer Candy Company, you might want to rethink eating it. And last but not least, the Minnesota Chamber of Commerce is trying to find out what is the coolest thing made in Minnesota. The organization's accepting nominations from everywhere, but that made me think, you know what? That should be the engagement question for today.
Go on.
What is the coolest thing that was ever made in El Paso or Texas?
We'll go El Paso.
El Paso. What's the coolest thing that has ever come out of El Paso, made in El Paso?
That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, right? Let us know. Call into the neckline or download that KLAQ mobile app and let us know through the app chat. Now, Joanna, somebody yesterday messaged me personally saying,
What's that?
you are a liar.
Uh-oh.
you said I could message you through the app chat, and there is no app chat in this KLAQ app.
Maybe how did they message you?
Personally.
Oh, okay.
If you could already text me, then don't worry about it. But so, could you explain if they have the KLAQ mobile
All right,
app? Where
let's
would you
go step by step?
Yeah,
I've got the app. You're going to open up that KLAQ mobile app, let it load, and then where is the chat? Oh, right at the very top where it says KLAQ to the right, there's going to be those little message icons. And that's how you get the app chat. And then all you have to do is put your message in the little box and press send.
Yeah, that's it.
But right next to where it says KLAQ at the very top to the right, there's going to be little message icons. Click on those, put your message in, and hit send.
Okay. This is okay. The app chat is hilarious right now.
It really is.
Buzz has parvo. Isn't that a dog disease?
Yes.
Buzz has strep throat. No.
Somebody said maybe it's bed
bugs.
bugs.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Not a bad suggestion.
Because I know they cause tiny little red dots.
All over? Does Buzz sleep in the nude?
See, that's the thing. You would have to be full contact.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So send us in a message there, and all you got to do is on that free KLAQ mobile app, right next to where it says KLAQ at the very top to the right, click on those icons, and that is your way to get into the app chat and message to us directly.
Hey, Mike, why don't you just be our third for today?
Mike, do you want to be our third?
Yeah. Oh, God, that sounds like we're inviting him into our throuple.
Are we not?
Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad.
Mike is our amazing engineer. He's bringing in another mic.
Woo-woo. Oh, yeah.
Like a microphone.
With the jokes.
Thank you so much.
Mike is bringing in another mic because he literally was miking us up.
Well, because I was listening on the way in, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot I borrowed a mic from that studio. I need to probably put it back.
It's been gone for a while.
Because, I mean, we don't normally use this side because normally you guys are in the other room.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very scientific.
All right, there's going to be more of the Buzz Adams Morning Show, more best of, and more Joanna, Nico, and Mike.
And possibly a third.
Yep.
All that great stuff. Coming up on the Buzz Adams Morning Show after this.
I'm Daniel Paulus, and whether you're wrapping up your workday,
Drowning Pool, ages 21 and over. See Speaking Rock's Facebook for more info.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Inderman Personal Injury Lawyers. At GVILaw.com.
So, Joanna, what's the nature of this Reddit?
Yeah, well, we're in the middle of Lent, which means Easter right around the corner. Easter's one of those big days for people to go to church. You know, good luck finding parking on Easter Sunday.
What are we supposed to be doing during Lent right now?
Reflecting?
Not eat meat on Fridays.
Okay, that's a big one, I think.
Wandering? I don't know. I'm a bad Catholic.
Yeah, me too.
But now, one of the questions that has been popping up on Reddit and Quora, people are asking, can I wear this to church? Now, people are busting out their Sunday best, but are they really? Because some people have noticed people aren't even trying anymore.
Let me tell you, there was never a dress code. Like, they wouldn't kick you out because you didn't have a tie on. But when I was a kid, most men wore a suit, probably with a tie, but definitely, with a jacket. Nobody wore friggin' pajamas to church.
Right.
But there was also a thing, like if you were a kid in the youth group, you could totally get away with jeans and a T-shirt, especially on Sunday night. Like you might dress with slacks and a shirt.
Yeah, didn't you go to one of those hippie kind of churches?
No, it was very far from hippie. And I don't know how it goes down in a Catholic church. I can tell you how it goes down in an African-American church.
Okay.
People dress nice.
Did you go to one?
I've attended church at African-American churches before. For sure.
I was going to say, this has been a thing for a long time. Don't you remember the saying, if somebody showed up to a gathering you were having with friends and they looked extra, extra nice, you go, wow, somebody put on their Sunday best.
Sunday best.
Yeah.
For the most part at Catholic churches, people dress
nice. Yeah.
Dress nicely.
But dress nicely.
I remember growing up, we would always get like a special outfit for Easter Sunday.
There was kind of, and this was years after I quit going to church, but I would still hear the gossip from my home church. There was a big issue going on because one man wore shorts to church. And
were they jorts?
Is that jean shorts?
Yeah.
Because that would make it 10 times worse.
No, I think they were just shorts, and it was a large man. I think it was just more comfortable for him.
Right. Gabriel Iglesias does it. Why can't I?
The question was, and the deacons had to decide on it. The deacons are like the church elders. Or
they had a trial?
Are we going to say anything about how we expect people to dress? And I believe what they resolved, and this could have been 15 years ago, was no, we're not going to tell someone they can't come worship because of how they're dressed.
Well, so I do remember my friends growing up who were in like new Christian churches. What do you call them? Like
mega church?
Yeah, they were mega churches.
Just kind of like feel-good churches.
But they're just, I don't even know what denomination.
They got a drummer and
non-denomination. They're called non-denominational. Great. Christian churches. And so they have a very hippie attitude towards service.
Yeah, because those are the ones that have like the youth
all about, the youth pastor. They got like guitars on stage, and they got like a drum set, and they're doing like a full rock
crush
band.
on a guy who was a drummer, and he's like, I'm a drummer in my church band.
I got a gig on Sunday.
I'm like, you do? Yeah, church.
I got a regular gig every Sunday, actually. It's a pretty big deal these days.
I live the lifestyle. No sex, no drugs, no rock and roll.
So that would be okay. If you went to that church.
Yeah, I think
what would be acceptable there?
It would be completely fine.
Jeans, just a regular shirt.
So you want to run a few people wanted to know, is it appropriate to wear this to church?
Right.
Let me just say off the top, I think most churches are welcoming places, and they will not shame you. Maybe there are some that would.
This is a list of 25 things.
All right.
But I'm going to reserve the last one because I think that one is absolutely not acceptable.
You almost converted to Judaism. Like at Temple, do they dress up nice?
Oh, I've had friends who go to Temple. Yeah, they dress up nice too.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
More nicely in
pretty much every religion.
So I guess any church you go to.
What about Santeria and voodoo?
Well, you want to wear your
I don't
best
practice
for that
Santeria. I ain't got no crystal ball. I had $1 million, but I spent it all.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I needed a recycler for today.
That's the recycler?
Oh, come on.
Yesterday we had 2. I always aim to get like 2.
Okay.
Or
all right.
more than one.
What do people want to know?
Back to our list. How about band logo T-shirts?
Wait.
Right?
Wait.
Immediately we're starting.
Cannibal Corpse?
Is that logos that have been banned, or is this...
No, like a rock band.
Okay, a band's logo.
Logo T-shirts. Band shirts. Band tees.
I guess it depends on the band.
It depends
and the
on
shirt.
the church.
Slayer.
Yeah, like Slayer versus...
Cannibal Corpse.
What if it's like a Celine Dion shirt, but it's in the style of like a rock band, like a metal band? 'Cause I've seen those.
I think it all is about the style. If it looks gory and gross, then probably not.
Probably wear something a little more neutral than that.
People are asking, can I wear pajamas to church?
You should wear pajamas outside the house unless it's an emergency and you got to go get like baby formula at 1 a.m. Are you still wearing your Yeah, he's still wearing house slippers. That's just the new normal.
I told Joanna.
Nico's just walking around in pantuflas.
If girls get to wear Uggs, this is my version.
You look like Uggs. Which, number 2 on this list, can I wear Uggs to church?
What are Uggs?
They're like those boots with the fur.
Boots.
Yeah, sure. Nobody's going to care about that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Interesting.
What are you laughing at?
The way you just, the boots.
With the fur.
With the fur.
Stripper heels. Can I wear stripper heels to church?
I remember there was
nothing more than half an inch.
There was a time there was a story in the news, and it was a local story, and one of the Catholic churches was telling was asking women not to dress too sexy for mass or whatever.
What is too sexy?
Well, stripper heels would probably be in there.
heels.
Now, are they the stripper heels that have the clear heels filled with water that have goldfish swimming
That'd
around
be
in them?
hilarious.
Now, what if I'm too sexy for my shirt?
I'm too sexy for my church. Too sexy for my church.
So sexy, it hurts. Now, this is something that I like to call Texas formal, and you can read all about that over at KLAQ.com. Can I wear cowboy boots and a cowboy hat to church?
Absolutely.
Take that hat off once you enter the Lord's house.
Take the hat off. I know a lot of people who do that.
But you better not have a short sleeve shirt on.
Why?
I don't know.
Now, I still do. The times I do go to church, I wear like a blazer, and I'm probably like the most overdressed person in the church.
Really?
Yes. But churches are different. You're right. I mean, churches have different expectations, and I think any church that's trying to spread the message of God should be pretty understanding and welcoming. The last thing I think Jesus would want you to do is
not come get his message.
Turn your nose up at somebody by how they.
I was going to say, do you think Jesus cares?
I mean,
Jesus wore a damn bathrobe around. Sandals. You know how I feel about sandals.
Flip-flops are on the list, too. But you know what I see when I go to church? Jesus is just wearing like a little loincloth.
Oh, because of the statue.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's sexy all the time.
Those abs, man. Oh, God. You know how he stayed in shape?
He has those gutters.
Yeah, but do you know why Jesus was in such great shape?
Why?
Why?
CrossFit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do a list.
You know what? I think I'm going to say right here and now, I don't want to say anything that would make somebody think you wouldn't be welcome for wearing these things. I'm just going to say it as a general fashion guideline. And pajamas, we need to quit wearing pajamas and house slippers out in public.
Nobody sees me. Like I used to have jobs where people like see you, and I have to interact with customers.
Nico, we see you.
Are you going to wear that when we go to lunch later today?
Yes.
You're going to wear... Okay.
Yes. Don't judge me. Jesus went.
So back to what Buzz said earlier about you felt like you were overdressed. Somebody did ask if a suit and tie is too formal now to wear to church.
That would stand out more than any of the other things on the list. I think if somebody showed up like with a really sharp looking suit and tie on any Sunday other than Easter, you would probably draw a lot of attention. But again, just like the other stuff, I don't
know. I think I can't remember the last time I went, but it's been. I have a few friends that go pretty often, and my friends dress their little kids up. They like to dress their little kids up, so they have a little suit and tie for their little son.
That's adorable.
Yeah. We only had to do that on Easter Sunday. We had to wear a suit.
Not the suit. Okay, so like a button down shirt with a tie. With a tie, but like a tiny tie. It's like 6 inches long.
So cute.
Yeah.
I used to buy those for my nephews because they look so cute.
I thought you were going to say your cat.
Junior does have a tie, actually, for St.
So
Patrick's
I don't think you'd be that, like, if you just wore a tie and a dress shirt and pants, I think you'd be fine.
Go on.
Let's get into the nitty gritty, the very tippy top of this list. A football jersey.
No.
Can I wear this to church?
Unless it says God on the back. Like, number one.
Only if it's for the saints.
Yeah, that's pretty good, actually.
How about ripped jeans?
Those have been in and out of style a few times through the years. I think in 2024, they're probably okay.
Can I make a statement right now?
Yeah.
I absolutely hate the ripped jeans look.
Yeah,
like the extremely ripped, or if it just has like one rip in
If it has one little rip, it looks cool. But when it's just like
they're just shredded, like somebody threw it under a lawnmower.
And then like they'll put like a nice blouse, or guys will put like a cool shirt over it. I'm like, no, you just ruined the whole outfit. Hate it.
Well, I remember the ripped up jeans that were also acid washed.
Oh yeah. That's definitely a fashion statement. How about sweatpants?
God. I mean, as just a personal choice, it seems like maybe you put a little more effort in.
Put some effort for the Lord.
If you're not going to the gym.
What if they're like, I got to do church service at 9, but I got CrossFit later on?
I guess I would say
CrossFit stayed in my head.
If you feel comfortable
I was gonna, like,
with that.
Uggs is number 2. We've mentioned that. And number 1, which I think, do not do this. Crocs.
Oh, yeah, Crocs.
They are pretty holy.
All right. Yeah, we'll go out on that one.
That's a good one.
Hey, it's Chuck, your host for Loudwire Nights. Tonight at 7, we will rock the borderland with the best rock ever made and the best rock being made. Special guests, birthday and anniversary celebrations, and every night at 10.
That's what makes number 1 battery destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a town square media station.
Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the beast.
It's our true crime report, actual crime stories from around the world and across the nation.
Hey, that's against the law. You're coming with me.
Any of you involved in any illegal activity? Because I could sure go for some.
So much and so much weirdness here on the True Crime Report. A woman got a speeding ticket while her van was on a tow truck.
What?
You know, those cameras that'll get your license plate and send you a ticket?
Uh-huh.
It took a picture of her license plate as it was being towed, and the tow truck driver was speeding.
Oh, no.
Bystander.
A Cleveland grandmother named Joanne Gibson recently got 2 tickets in the mail for doing 27 in a 20 zone. The fine was $105.
Oh, my God.
The weird part is she was not driving, and there is proof. Let's see if I can...
I'm not in the car.
That the traffic camera gave her the ticket while her vehicle was on the back of a tow truck.
And the tow truck driver just got away with it?
Let's hear Joanne. Let's hear what she has to say.
Kind of angry about it. When I get kind of angry, I want to find out what's really going on. What are they doing? I'm at the center getting this ticket, and my car is on a flatbed. I'm not driving that truck. I don't want anything on my driving license. So far, I have a good record, and I'm going to try and keep it that way.
It turns out the tow truck driver was the one speeding, but the camera scanned
her
Ms. Gibson's plate and issued the ticket to her instead. It happened in December after her van broke down. She says she went to a nearby police department to show them the mistake, but they told her to contact a third-party vendor that operates the camera, and that's how that, folks, is called the runaround.
That is terrible. And that son of a bitch tow truck driver just got away with it.
Her local news just did a story, and the president of her city council is trying to help get her ticket expunged. But even if the fine is waived, it could have an effect on her insurance rates, it says. The news report is mostly about how the camera shouldn't have been there in the first place. The council recently voted to have that camera, I don't know about all traffic cameras, but to have that camera removed.
In particular. Maybe because they're like, we know it's faulty.
It does stuff like this. Look.
Yeah, right.
A man was arrested for having sex with an 82-year-old woman's Toyota Avalon.
In the car?
Right in the muffler.
Or what?
Let's just see if it comes up in the story, if it gives any idea of what the point of egress was. I don't know.
Was it consensual?
I don't think a car can. I don't think a Toyota Avalon can give consent. You have to get like a Tesla to get to that level of tech. In North Carolina, 52-year-old Walter McRae has finally been arrested after he had a years-long affair with a woman's 2008 Toyota Avalon. Yes, this went on for several years.
Oh,
the woman was certain that somebody was messing with her car, not stealing it or breaking
Messing
into
around
it,
with
but
it, for
something.
sure.
It was a case of mechanophilia, a sexual attraction to machines or vehicles.
I'm sorry. They had to name it because it happened so much.
Yeah,
They were like, we need a name for this now, guys.
Strange Addiction?
Yeah, My Strange Addiction. The dude was like in love with his car.
Well, the guy or his car like got totaled. So he
The
only-
love of his life?
Yes. So like he has like scraps of it in like his house, and he'll like visit it.
He's all my love.
Yes.
I still love you.
So he suffers from the same thing.
I don't mean to laugh.
Let's hear from the owner of the vehicle, Carolyn Taylor, explaining she had been noticing, and this word is in quotes, damage to her car for several years. But the man was finally caught in the act.
Oh, no.
Here's the owner of the vehicle, Carolyn, explaining how the man was caught.
They caught him on camera. They came Monday morning, and they took the films out. And they come back to the door and say, we got him this time. She said, we got good films, we got good pictures, but it was more than we really wanted to see, so.
I bet.
So I've got a few more lines of the story here, and some of it's a little,
Risque? Spicy.
Let's just say that if, it could definitely take hold of the imagination. Let's put it that way.
Spicy.
So Carolyn, who we just heard from there, the 82-year-old woman, said that several years ago she started noticing strange fluids underneath her car. She took it in, and the mechanic said it appeared that someone was doing something to the vehicle. So those fluids were not gas or oil or
messing around here.
They were
What's this fluid
types
here
of different human
by the
fluids.
window?
This is sticky stuff.
Come on, you guys never had a car that's been in a rear ender before?
I want to know, so is it a crime, or does it have to be your own car to make love to it?
Well, because she's like, he's doing it to this other lady's car. She's like, we got him good this time.
Well, she had been trying to put up cameras herself to see what was happening, but the perp was too smart. He would always move the cameras before he did his dirty deeds with her
I guess
Toyota
this one
Avalon.
time he couldn't wait.
Well, the police, you heard her talk about the police, they brought their own more sophisticated surveillance equipment.
All right, we're going to get down to this.
They got him in infrared.
Car effer.
They finally nabbed the man after, I guess, for him, a date night with the car on Sunday.
Was it a handsome car?
It was a Saturday night? Or was it our Sunday night?
I don't know. It's a Toyota Avalon.
Is it pretty?
Let's take a look.
Elderly woman is talking to us after police say a man was arrested for using her car to sexually please himself for 3 years.
Bailey Bockover is live in the studio now with the details. Bailey?
Yeah, Dave Courtney, police use the word mechanophilia to describe the behavior of a man they say they caught on camera. That's a sexual attraction to machines or vehicles. The owner of the car says the pieces of this several-year mystery start.
Yeah, look at the rims on that car. Look, check out those headlights.
Wait, we don't know if he rimmed this car or not. Oh, the rims. I'm sorry, I
Joanna's
misunderstood.
looking at the car, and she's like, you see that car's cute.
Started to come together when she took her car to the shop multiple times, and it was suggested that someone was doing something on it they shouldn't have been.
It's a nice color.
Oh, yeah.
Look at those headlights.
Yeah.
Joanna's like, I get it.
I get it, yeah.
That's a pretty sexy car.
Sexy.
82-year-old Carolyn Taylor of Kinston
lady.
says it was a couple of years ago when she started noticing fluid underneath her burgundy 2008 Toyota Avalon and thought something was wrong with her car. Turns out that Kinston police believe that the fluid was from this man, 52-year-old Walter McCrae, who engages in mechanophilia, or a sexual attraction to machines or vehicles.
Jail.
Yeah,
Literally.
immediate jail.
Luckily.
He was hit with more than 10 charges, including felony stalking. Now, I don't know if that's of the lady or the car.
Both.
Damage to property and tampering with a vehicle.
Definitely tampering.
More than just tampering.
Tapping that vehicle, too.
Let's see.
Dear God. Every day we stray further and further away from
why
God.
has it come to this?
Right?
A guy in Kentucky just admitted that he tried to fake his own death to get out of paying child support. But it sounds like it really accrued on him. He owed more than $100,000 in back child support.
Oh, man, they'll get you for that, yeah.
39-year-old man named Jesse Kiff had just admitted to attempting to fake his own death, and he put a lot of effort into it. Somehow, even though he's in Kentucky, he accessed the Hawaii death registry system using the details of a doctor living in another state and created a case for his own death.
Wow.
He assigned himself as the medical certifier for his own death.
Perfect.
And then certified it. Now, amazingly, that worked
Oh, really?
at first.
Oh, of course.
In many government databases, he was listed as deceased.
Yikes.
But he was doing this mainly to get out of the $100 in back child support. It is unclear how exactly he got caught, but it sounds like he got a little too happy. He was also accused of fraud for opening bank accounts with a false security, Social Security
Now
number.
you're taking it too far. Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
and they also hacked into business, government, and corporate networks with information stolen from others. He could have been sent to prison for 30 years, but he agreed to a plea deal to serve 7 years and pay $500,000 in fines plus restitution. Well, he didn't even have the $100,000.
Right?
Yeah.
Now look at what you done did, dude.
And jail. Poor guy.
I just have a few other stories here.
Okay.
I wrote an article about this one, so maybe if you want to go back about a week, you can look this up at KLAQ.com. I guess in Houston, they figured out that there has been a scam running where somebody victimizes someone, but they know it ahead of time.
Okay.
It's an immigration scam because if you've got some kind of legal proceeding as a victim of the crime, you're allowed to stay.
Oh, right.
Do you remember this story?
Yes.
Yes, with the gas station robbery.
Yeah, the gas station robbery
And
guy was in on it with the
fake robber.
got shot and killed.
Yes.
Right. So the fake robber had agreed that he was going to carjack these people at a
Right.
gas station. Well, as he was running away, a bystander pulled his own gun out and popped this guy and killed him, apparently.
The bystander probably just thinking, I'm doing a good thing here.
Yeah. It turns out the robbery was staged as part of an immigration scam to get a visa. Here is, we're going to hear from immigration attorney Sylvia Mintz explaining what this scam is all about.
The person qualifies for a work permit while they are waiting for a resolution of the case. So they say, okay, so what would happen if somebody beat me up or if I was a victim of domestic violence? People don't realize the big mess they are getting into by lying and making things up.
They have connected the guy who's now deceased to similar incidences, and he's got he's in cahoots with somebody who helps set the thing up with migrants.
Okay, yeah, like running the whole operation on
Yeah,
it.
it sounds like. Police in Cleveland are looking for a guy who pulled a gun on a Burger King employee because they were running a deal. The deal was so good that the guy noticed that his burrito cost less than normal.
Wow.
This happened back on Easter. The man was in the drive-thru and ordered a sausage biscuit, hash browns, and 2 sausage and egg cheese croissants. So a hearty appetite.
Yeah, right.
His order came out to around $8. But he told one of the Burger King employees that he gets it all the time, and it's usually $11.
You calling me broke? Is that what he's
38. Listen, 38-year-old Howard Vernon was the employee working the drive-thru. He explained to the man they were running a deal, so the charge was going to be less.
Sir. Right. You know, most people would be like, "Wow, my lucky day, thank you."
Not this fella.
Not this dude.
It provoked him. He started yelling and swearing, and eventually sped off.
It angered him.
He came back. Right.
He's all like, "What the hell?"
The man came back around about a minute later, pulled up next to another car, got out, and pointed a gun directly at Mr. Vernon's face. That's the employee. Vernon says he threatened to kill him.
Oh my God!
And also used
deal.
Used a racial slur.
Oh,
Howard says that he refused to run or hide, though, and just stood there until the guy left. And the last that we heard, cops are still looking for him. But here's Howard Vernon, the 38-year-old Burger King employee. There's something really interesting he says in his quote that he gave to the local news. I want to see if you can catch it.
Okay.
He ordered like 2 sausage, egg, and cheese croissants and sausage, biscuit, and hash brown. The order came up to $8, and he actually thought he was like, my order can't be right. It should be like $11. And I'm like trying to explain to him that we had a promotion going on, and like it's cheaper. He started cussing and getting all loud, and I was like, well, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know why you want to pay more money. The whole time I was just like, well, if you're gonna do it, do it. Like I'm not about to run. You don't scare me or anything like that. Just do what you got to do. And he just kept blurting out racial slurs. Like, what if he did shoot me and kill me? And I have 10 kids. I'd have been leaving all my kids, like everything. That's just, I don't know why people are so angry out here at 9 o'clock in the morning.
I'm sorry, did he say 10 kids?
10 kids?
That man would have left this man.
Got a farm or something.
He would have left 10 kids orphaned.
Yeah,
what the?
Yeah, well, they were scraping by on what you make working the drive-thru at a Burger King. So
that's why he was probably like, yeah, if you're going to shoot me, go for it. 10 kids.
Oh, yeah.
You would be amazed at how angry people are in the morning, judging by how many calls sometimes I get.
Oh, but back when you used to work where Alberto works? Like what? They're just upset?
It's usually mad at you, and I'm like, great, would you like to go on air? No, you tell him. So, Buzz, people are mad at you.
You're kind of like the drive-thru worker at
the Burger King, minus the 10 kids.
The morning show is the Burger King, and you're the person at the drive-thru
I'm trying
taking
to
all the brunt of everybody's anger.
Oh, well, there's a special going on. Someone once was like, can you just flip off Buzz for me? And I was like, yeah, sure.
Never assault a police officer. Never threaten a security guard. Never kill a probation officer. Keep your ass out of the metal clink. It's against the law. It's against the law. It's against the law. It's against the law.
While you're working away, we're working for you. Our job.
And the series closes out with GZ Bark at the Park. Buy your tickets now at epchihuahuas.com. The El Paso Chihuahuas. Fetch the fun.
From the KLAQ studios in beautiful sunny El Paso, Texas, this is the Buzz Adams Morning Show.
That was jamming.
95.5 KLAQ El Paso, a Town Square media station.
So, tell me what kind of food were they serving that was on that Titanic menu?
Joanna, I don't know if you heard at the end of the late night roundup, but they were talking about the menu on the Titanic, and I was like, I wonder what they ate. So I really wanted to.
They've got this menu. They didn't get it from the bottom of the ocean, right?
like the diamond at the bottom.
You know what? I'm not reading the story that much. It looks kind of dirty, but it does not look like it's been wet.
They did that thing that they did in the movie Titanic with the picture and the water and all that.
All right.
That's how they got the menu.
Okay, so this is from April 11th, 1912. They would have hors d'oeuvres.
I guess this isn't for the folks in steerage.
No, this is a first-class
They
dinner
probably
menu.
just got a potato.
Yeah, right. Here's your potato. No, this is hors d'oeuvres of oysters, consommé renaissance, crème d'asparagus, salmon, hollandaise with hollandaise, white bait.
Unless you're talking about the movie Lovely Bones, it's salmon,
and tornades of beef a la Victoria.
Okay.
Don't know what the hell it is.
I don't know. It sounds so fancy that I've never heard of any of this stuff before.
Tornadoes.
Are they tornadoes?
It says tornadoes, but tour is spelled weird. Tour.
Squab a la Godard.
All right, this one I had to find out what the hell a squab
Buzz
is.
was like, "What's a squab?" Oh, squab. I'm like, "It's a bird. I'm pretty sure it's a bird."
Squab a la Godard.
So I looked it up.
Science.
A squab is an immature pigeon, typically under 4 weeks old. So it's a baby freaking
Yes, the
pigeon.
more babies are more delicious. Like veal.
They're succulent. Rat with wing flesh.
Spring lamb with mint sauce. That actually sounds good.
That sounds great.
Roast chicken.
God, do you guys eat much lamb?
No, no, never.
It's so good.
It doesn't seem like what place here in town just has lamb on its menu normally?
They sell it at Albertsons in the butcher.
Is it?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, wow.
You get it
I
there.
thought I had to go to the farm.
It's so tender and juicy and delicious, but it's a baby sheep. So I know some people are
What
like,
is?
a lamb? You didn't know that a lamb is a baby sheep? Why are you looking at me like this? This is a common word,
That's
a
why
lamb.
they're so famous during Easter.
I thought it was just a
Baby
different type of
chickens,
sheep.
baby
No.
lamb,
It's a baby.
sheep.
A lamb is definitely a juvenile sheep.
Beef tornado sounds
So is it
good.
like succulent because it's young?
So good. You can literally taste the adrenochrome.
What? Okay, this is roast chicken with bread sauce. Can you make sauce out of bread?
God, I'm thinking back. This stuff. Do you think it was like super, super delicious?
I bet it was pretty good.
I bet back then it was like super good.
All of the ingredients would have been 100% GMO free.
Now,
No, well, yeah, I guess so. Well,
yeah.
no, not really.
Everything would have been probably very well.
No, 'cause
I was
of the-
going to say very fresh, but they were on like a week-long
cruise liner.
so
you know,
it couldn't have been that fresh, right?
French ice cream.
Okay, yeah. Before we get to the desserts,
Oh, I'm sorry.
sirloin of beef with horseradish cream, green peas.
That was the first Arby's sandwich ever.
So they had the meat.
So they don't have really good sides. The sides do not sound good.
What are the sides?
Green peas,
I like green peas.
puree of parsnips,
Yeah, I might pass on that.
boiled rice.
At some point, I'm like, what are they doing down in steerage? Like, I can hear them dancing and all the music down there.
Right.
What are they eating?
I want to know. Yeah, see, this doesn't impress me. What are the other ones eating? I want to see that menu.
It's one line.
Derek, when I eat lamb, I feel like I'm in the Roman Empire.
Full circle, Derek. Full circle
Okay.
right there.
Anna and boiled new potatoes, mallard duck with a port wine sauce.
I don't think I've ever had duck in my life. Have you?
Yeah, super greasy.
Greasy.
A bit gamey.
Very greasy. Very greasy.
I have actually had pigeon.
Yeah, I told you that I used to hunt pigeon with my friend in the Upper Valley with our airsoft rifles, and then we would de-breast them ourselves.
And you'd eat the pigeons?
Yeah.
Nico's first time with the breast.
I cannot imagine you ever
Nice,
doing
Jonah.
anything like that.
That Buzz guarantees that I didn't do that. I'm like, yes, I did.
Why would you de-breast them?
Because that's all you eat from the pigeon is the breast.
Oh,
don't
you would eat them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What else would you do with it?
I don't know. Weirdos, what are you doing hunting pigeons over there?
We're just killing them for
Maybe you're
for
like
sport.
maybe you were like a young Dahmer.
You're not the first person to mention that.
You just need the glasses.
Victoria pudding, apricot bordelais.
Okay.
Petit mocha? Maca? I don't know what that is. And French ice cream.
Petis.
I think I have like a peasant's palate.
You do.
Like the stuff I eat is just like a lot of fast food, just garbage.
Okay, not just that, but like there's a whole branch of philosophy that deals with beauty. It's called aesthetics. It's how you look at things and can you see, paintings in a nice way, or appreciate music in a nice way, or eat food and appreciate all the nice things about it.
I'm much more functional.
You are all about function. And like, does it do what I want? Does it fill my stomach? Is that all I need? You are like a fan of Norman Rockwell paintings, aren't you?
I love Norman Rockwell paintings. He might be my favorite artist.
You're like, there's no abstract pictures. It's a family.
Jackson Pollock.
No Jackson. He hates Jackson Pollock.
Do you?
I can spell a bucket of paint in my garage. If somebody put a
he doesn't
palette
understand
underneath it, I'd have $1 million painting.
He has no idea why people would find that beautiful for some reason.
Some people do.
Well, that's the whole part of aesthetics is, Buzz has none of that sense. Which is why when you ask him, what decor would you like for your house? He goes,
it's a
Sherlock Holmes Game of Shadows.
It's a mishmash of a lot of things.
Yeah, it's a mishmash.
Okay. I don't know how every subject
turns on you.
It turns on me, right?
I'm sorry.
No, we don't. We're appreciating you.
No, yeah, we're kind of saying like, good for you.
These are the
Buzz.
good things about you.
Hey, I want to read something somebody posted on Nextdoor.
Okay.
And normally, like Nextdoor, there's not too many things that's like I'll wholeheartedly endorse that. Somebody writes, I've been kicking around starting a petition to force the transportation company responsible for the large windmill blades to come up with a better time to transport.
Buzz Adams, did you write this?
In addition to Mesa being closed down to one lane to the point that people are losing their minds, sometimes they're transporting these gigantic windmill blades, and that just shuts down Mesa for 20 minutes while they're doing that. Because they have police cars that get them through the internet.
This isn't a joke, by the way. This guy wrote this seriously.
I
think he's joking.
No, keep reading.
I don't know if this has been a nuisance to anyone else. Oh, it has. But they seem to do this at the busiest time of day. Oh, he's complaining about art craft. I deal with it. For some reason, it starts in Santa Teresa. They got these windmill blades, and they've got to get them on the interstate. They come down to the Mesa exit, go under the overpass, and then up on the highway, and they do it. He's right, at like 1 in the afternoon during the lunch crowd.
The worst time of day.
Also, he says that those transporters cause damage to the medians and sidewalks because it's such a big, and they turn over them. This, along with the I-10 construction, which, by the way, was improved only a few years ago and has already proven to be botched and requires a redo. Is that true? Causes traffic mayhem. Yeah, whatever's going on I-10 is a whole other headache. I think if people on the east side, northeast, anywhere else can probably relate because they probably got all kinds of screwed up programs going,
I like how you never go to the east side enough to just be like, yeah, I'm sure there's some traffic.
No, I deal with what I have to deal with, which is the west side.
No, the east side.
Just trying to get an idea how many would sign the petition. Well, 9 people have liked the post, so let me add mine on there too.
No, I think traffic and construction is a universal problem all the way around.
You mean like in every city?
And not just in every city, in every part of this city. In the Northeast, I know there's a lot of construction going on.
I closed out the Nextdoor thing, but one of the guys that said is, in Phoenix, they do all of this kind of transportation at night when there's not as much traffic out there. So I guess I agree with him from that perspective.
Also, okay, I was going to ask you about Nextdoor, the app. This is the app that you...
A lot of it's like, hey, there's suspicious-looking...
Okay, thank you.
The suspicious-looking minority in our neighborhood.
Joanne
showed me like some from the Halloween ones and how mad some people were on Halloween because they were taking all the candy.
Right, that's funny. Wait, that the migrants were taking the candy?
No, like the trick-or-treaters were taking all the candy.
So it was people that were sharing their doorbell app on Halloween night, and it's like kids coming in and just they'd left the candy out, and you're supposed to take take one, and some kids would take the whole thing.
You never trust kids to self-regulate. No.
You know, on Halloween, they're like kids in a candy store. They can't help themselves.
Okay, so this Nextdoor app where neighbors can post all the suspicions and they can just post what they see.
A lot of it is just like snoopy, gossipy, neighborhood gossip.
My mother.
It's amazing.
My mother.
Melinda, my good friend, yes.
Yes, your good friend Melinda. She will not stop haranguing me about this Nextdoor app. And she goes, you should see what they're writing about near that where I live. And she goes, make sure all your doors are locked and all this and this and this and this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because
I guess.
Like somebody walked up. A lot of them are like, my doorbell app caught this guy coming to our door.
My question is this. I pose this to her.
Probably a salesman or something.
Do you not think you're more paranoid because you're reading all of these things from everybody else?
So if you don't know, Nextdoor, you put in your address and it's like
all the gossip in your neighborhood.
Right.
It's all the cheese.
But do you not think that you are making yourself more suspicious by reading other people's suspicions?
Yeah, because at one point, my next door was all about this one dog that was pooping in everyone's yards. And every time I saw a dog, I'm like, I bet it's that dog.
Right. Now you're hyped up on it.
There's so many pictures of poop on Nextdoor. so many photographs of
Do
poop.
you recognize this scat?
Is it dog, bear, or human?
And then the other day, they were like, it striked again.
The poopers striked again.
Nextdoor is like TikTok for Karens.
Yeah. Good job, man.
Here's something nice. Did you know Veterans Day is on Saturday this year? Today,
nice.
I should probably mention, we're exactly 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving.
Just two?
So we got a full week next week.
Wow.
And a lot of people will be having Thursday and even Friday off the week after that. But Veterans Day is on Saturday. And one business in Las Vegas is doing something special. A Las Vegas strip club called Crazy Horse 3 announced that they will be giving free lap dances to any veteran or current military member who shows up.
Wow.
Honoring those who served, the advertisement claims, complimentary lap dance for all veterans in active duty.
How nice.
It doesn't say limit one, but it does say lap dance. I think they're probably going to just give you one freebie. The strippers will be providing the free dances between midday and 6 p.m. on Saturday.
You know, the A-team.
Yeah, how do you get girls to show up on a day where they're giving away free lap dances? Or maybe they're all just very patriotic, I guess.
Yeah, they want to thank our service members.
I really do like meeting the military guys.
The Crazy Horse is one of the places that gets name dropped in Motley Crue's Girls, by the way.
But this is the
Crazy
third.
Horse. This is Crazy Horse 3.
This is the third.
That makes sense.
Well, if you're a veteran, you're going to be in Vegas anyway, or maybe it's worth the trip for you. They say the regular cost for a lap dance without tip is $20.
Just the tip.
No, $20 for a lap dance. So I guess you could save $20 if you're a veteran.
Veterans Day, a day to reflect on those who have served our country. A day to remember that freedom isn't free. But the lap dances are at the Crazy Horse in Las Vegas. That's right, fellas. If you've honorably served our nation in the field of battle, come on down to the hottest strip club in Vegas and get a free lap dance. Oh, yeah, you fought for our freedom, and now we're giving you the freedom to feast your eyes on these naughty ladies. It doesn't matter which branch you served in, we've got the hottest ladies up on the main stage waiting to shake that booty for you. Oh, yeah. The Veterans Day Lap Dance Giveaway. See you there.
Music news, concert updates, song and album factoids, and of course, nothing but El Paso's best rock.
CC 25831-6677 to learn more about this incredible opportunity.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Interman Personal Injury Lawyers at GVILaw.com.
Nico was talking about a survey. I have another survey. here that I wanted to run by you guys. Somebody polled 4,000 Americans and asked them, how many breakups have you been through in your life? Joanna, just off the top of your head, how many breakups would you say you've had in your entire life?
Thank you. I'm only going to count 2.
2 breakups, okay. So you're kind of in a normal range.
Oh, cool.
According to the findings here. The top answer to the question was, how many breakups have you been through? Was either 2 or 3. That was the most common answer.
Nice.
No matter your age, a third of people say they've only gone through 2 or 3 breakups.
We're only counting the 2.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Like even like 60-year-olds?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, nice.
In the survey, and they didn't break it down, or maybe they did, but I don't have it broken down by age, but just across the board, 4,000 Americans surveyed, 12% said they'd had 0 breakups.
0.
Had they ever had?
They single?
Right, I was going to say.
Are they just married?
Yeah, maybe just got married to their high school sweetheart and never broke up. But
don't trust you.
Buzz, how many breakups have you gone through?
This is what I'm worried about.
Too many.
It easily has to be 60.
Stop.
60?
Yeah.
Serious ones? Like, because I'm only counting those 2 because those were the serious ones.
Yep, those are them.
Oh, it doesn't count if you just ghost somebody?
Yeah, that doesn't count.
That doesn't count as a breakup?
No.
They thought it did. I'm going to say, I'm still saying like 60.
Oh my God.
You know,
Buzz.
where you had to have a conversation about, you know, this is over, or we need to see other
What?
people, or
Another piece of
red flag.
Buzz is a walking red flag. 60, Buzz?
Yeah, I bet. So 12% of people said 0. Another 12% said they'd only been through 1 breakup. So almost a quarter of people have been through 1 or less breakups in their entire life.
Lucky.
The answer that got the 29% say they've been through more than 3. But I guess that's 3 to infinity, right?
Yeah, if it's just more than 3.
5% said they've been through more than 10 breakups.
Well, you're in the 5%, Buzz. You're in the 1%.
Well, hold on, but maybe I'm counting too many things. I'm talking about like if I've been going out, if you've been going out with somebody for a month and you decide to break up, that even counts.
If you had, yeah, it does. But if you had to have the conversation,
then it's easily 60.
Why do you get so close to people so quickly?
What if you get a new cell phone and don't tell the person your new cell phone
Yeah, it
number?
doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
Okay.
Nico, how many breakups have you gone through?
3.
We're normal. But then also, we're not Buzz's age, so who knows? By the time we reach 60.
Apparently, it said no matter the age.
You guys. You. And I like how you do it. You just throw it out there, and so everybody assumes that I'm 60, which is a lie. It's not even remotely
Sorry,
true.
Buzz isn't 60.
Aren't you like 58?
No!
You're not 60 yet.
All right, the same poll asked whether it's harder to dump someone or be dumped.
It's harder to dump someone.
And the most popular answer was it's a toss-up, like even numbers.
Either way,
Yeah,
you're losing out here.
Right.
There's no winner.
I will definitely tell you, as someone who's been dumped and someone who's done the dumping, it is way harder to be dumped.
Than to be the one dumping?
Yes.
Maybe that's why you dump all the time, because you never want to be dumped.
So I don't want to be dumped, right?
You
Maybe
dump them before they dump you?
probably there's something to that.
but-
Yeah.
Nico, another piece of the puzzle.
Oh, I have the whole box. I know what it looks like. I know what the picture's supposed to
What
be.
it's going to be at the end?
43% of people said it's equally hard whether you're the dumper or the dumpee. 32% said being dumped is worse, and 12% said dumping someone else is worse. I'm in that 32%. Being
You're
dumped
the kind
sucks
that
more.
you didn't want to dump a girl because her birthday's coming up. Valentine's Day is coming up.
Wait, that I didn't want to dump a girl?
Yeah, that
well, I
was
didn't
your
want them to
excuse.
think that was the reason
But then you kept
for
coming
the
up with one.
dumping.
You postponed that dumping like 3 months.
Because I wanted to get all of the important life events out of the way.
You're like, I don't want to ruin her Christmas.
Now, the smart money says you dump before all that stuff. I mean, last question. Do you think breaking up with people is a skill you can get better at? How would you answer that?
Yeah, just start banging a lot more people.
I don't know, just the art of breaking up,
getting
dude.
better at it because you're like, you know what? This isn't, you know exactly at that point. This isn't what I want.
How do you get to Carnegie Hall?
Practice. I wholeheartedly agree that just like anything else, it's a skill that you can get.
Do you think you've mastered that skill?
No, I haven't mastered it, but I'm considerably better than I was.
I think I've gotten a lot better at getting dumped. Like, I can accept it now as an adult.
It's just still a white rage for me. A white hot rage.
White hot rage. Not like racially a white rage.
No. No.
Let's talk a little bit about tipping. How about? Because we heard
Just
a
the
story.
tip?
Yeah. We heard a story last week or the week before that even self-checkouts are giving you an option to tip. People are saying that they'd gone through a Publix grocery store through the self-checkout and it gave an option to leave a tip. Who are you tipping?
Right.
The machine.
The companies say, it goes and then it's divvied up among our employees. And I'm like, but none of them did anything.
I mean, why would they deserve a tip?
If anything, they gave me the side eye when I went to the self-checkout.
Also, I don't tip when I go through the grocery store when there's somebody at the register.
Yeah, you don't tip.
You don't tip at a grocery store, do you?
No.
Well,
they're just asking for it everywhere.
There were other ones where they had a self-serve thing at Petco Park. So it was a Padres game, and the person said they got a beer and some hot dogs and put it. I don't know how they did that all themselves. Can you imagine going back behind the thing and making your own hot dog?
I was going to even bring up that there are like small money apps that you can lend money or you can be lent money from the app. So it can lend you up to $250 or something.
What?
Well,
I'm sorry, what?
You have to put in your banking information, but
Right.
it can loan you.
Right, it'll loan you $250.
And it's like, would you like to tip?
And it does every time. It has
And
a
it's
tip.
like, from the money you're about to loan me? Yeah, sure. Tip yourself.
What?
Right? They ask for a tip. They say, we run off of tips. It's like, no, you don't. You run off of loaning people money.
What a lie.
So what happens if you don't pay the money back? Do they send out a goon to break your kneecaps? Do they send out a rough and tumble character to make you pay up?
No, you have to link your bank account to the service.
So they just take it out, huh?
Yeah.
I got to find out what this May63.com is. I mean, I know, I'm with you. It sounds like a complete scam, but have you not heard those?
No. What the hell's that?
What are you talking about?
It's a commercial. It runs every morning. And it's
with us?
I got my $750 from May 36 cash.
I see. I'm sorry. We were talking about tipping and you went to that and it threw me off a little.
Yeah.
We heard the
Go
other
on.
day that even self-checkout areas are asking for a tip, but there are still situations where tipping, according to etiquette, isn't necessary or can even be seen as bad etiquette if you do tip. So, according to the experts, here are 5 times you don't need to leave a tip. Number 1, don't tip service technicians like plumbers or electricians.
Right.
They aren't expecting a tip. Don't tip flight attendants. It is considered rude. And some airlines have policies against it. Some airlines don't have policies against it. But I have seen like a customer try to offer a tip to a flight attendant and being turned down. And you could tell there was like the flight attendant did not even appreciate the offer.
How dare
you? I am
you.
not a waitress.
Oh, okay. I see.
So you don't need to tip flight attendants. Don't tip if you're traveling in certain countries. Places where it's not expected to tip, you're not expected to tip include Australia, New Zealand. It says here parts of Europe. Let me tell you, the UK is one where you don't tip.
Do you think they like scoff like
They
American?
do. Yeah. What are you leaving money for? This was the look. What are you leaving money for, baby? I don't know why I was out with Austin Powers.
That's an interesting choice.
What are you doing? Basically, was the attitude.
You have a lot of British accents in your pocket. And you went
Groovy, yeah. You don't have
Austin
to tip,
Powers.
baby.
Yep. Sounds about right.
In some parts of Asia, also seen as a major insult if you try and tip a server or anybody else. Number 4, don't tip at restaurants where gratuity is included.
They do that automatically. Like I've seen where the gratuity is added and say we're going to add gratuity, but then they still leave you blanks if you want.
Right?
If you want to add more.
As somebody who's always a family of 6, they already added, but they also say like, "Oh, leave a tip." And I'm
Right.
like, that's already in my.
So then I feel bad, like just marking it out like 0.
I hate that too.
Right.
Like, I
There's
feel
something
judged.
psychological that even if the tip is included, and they leave a place for you to leave the tip, it feels like you're being
This
cheap.
one time, my sister was like, "Oh, I'm going to leave a cash tip here on the table." So when I went to pay, it was like, "Do you want to leave a tip?" And I had to be like, "No." I left some already there at the table.
We don't believe you.
Yeah, right.
You don't need to tip at restaurants where gratuity is included. Fine. Then don't put it on the.
Then don't give me
put
the
it on the
option.
bill.
Right.
And don't tip highly trained professionals.
Don't trip them either.
I'm going to give Buzz a tip.
Like nurses,
Break on
lawyers, and accountants. If you want them to know you appreciate them, send a card or give them a positive review online.
You know, it's funny. You know what? You are reminding me that when I worked at the ER, sometimes the old ladies would try and tip you.
a little something.
Oh, cute.
I know, and you just be
Here's
like,
a little something for your
don't worry about
trouble."
it. But then I would feel bad if I just told the old lady,
No.
no, I can't. So like, one lady would be like, no, you have to take it. I put like $1 in my pocket.
You just
Adorable.
put the $1 in your.
Yeah,
Could
just
you
put
have gotten in trouble for it?
I might have, yeah.
Here's one. It's not on the list, but I think maybe my mom told me this. Like, if a person owns the place, you don't tip the owner. And the specific of that was where my mom used to get her hair. It was the owner, operator, and she was like, "No, you don't tip the owner in a place like this." And that could have been my mom being
okay.
cheap, but ever since then, I've been like, "Are you the owner? You are? Then you get no tip." Because that's the way it's supposed to work.
I think for hairstylists, they still get tipped.
Even if you own the place?
Yeah, right, Joanna?
Do you tip the owner of a hair salon?
Do you tip the owner? Are you saying that because you're looking it up?
Today's salon owners are often classified as master stylists, but their rates are not much different than other stylists in the salon. Because of this, owners should be tipped using the same scale of 15 to 20%.
Well, no, I'm not talking about somebody who rents space. I'm talking about the owner.
This is the owner of a salon.
Owner.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Why would you not tip the owner?
Because they're the owner.
Yeah, but they're doing a service on you where it would...
I don't know. That's just what my mom said.
But you've gone along with it for 50 years.
Let me tell you. You know where I've learned more about tipping than any other place?
Where?
Tarantino movie. Reservoir Dogs.
All right, everybody cough up some green for the little lady. Come on, throw in a buck.
I don't tip.
You don't tip?
No, I don't believe in it.
You don't believe in tipping?
You know what these chicks make? They make Don't give me that. She don't make enough money, she can quit. I don't tip because society says I have to. All right, I mean, I'll tip if somebody really deserves a tip. If they really put forth the effort, I'll give them something extra. But, I mean, this tipping automatically, it's for the birds. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're just doing their job. They make minimum wage. I know I used to work minimum wage, and when I did, I wasn't lucky enough to have a job that society deemed tip-worthy.
You don't care they're counting on your tips to live?
This is a hard job.
So is working at McDonald's, but you don't feel the need to tip them, do you? Well, why not? They're serving you food. But no, society says, don't tip these guys over here, but tip these guys over here.
What did I miss?
Oh, I can't believe I missed it.
Did you miss the Buzz Adams Morning Show today?
I missed everything.
Just use the KLAQ mobile app. That way you can listen to Buzz on demand.